how are we all doing? I hope everyone is super well. Oh, we don't have an eagle. Oh, there he is. Sorted. Awesome. Yeah. We are Natural Havoc. We do the D&Ds on the Twitch things. We all stream on Twitch, as most of you probably already know. We play the 5th edition system of Dungeons and Dragons. We are still relatively getting to grips with some things, but we're not new anymore. We can't say that we're new. But yeah, we are going to make plenty of mistakes, so join in, enjoy the mistakes as well. Oh, super wide. There we go. But yes, also, thank you guys for the people that watch on YouTube, because I know that there are a few of you that do, because you can't catch us live, and that's fine. I'm glad that you're watching. And those that are here live, thank you as well. Make sure you let us know what you're eating, drinking, and all that jazz in the chat, because we'd love to hear it. Let's go... You know what? Let's go to Eagle. Because, you know, Eagle's gonna plug something real quick.
Hello, everybody. I am Eagle. I am here back again. Finally, after last week, I was not here. Sadly, I'm sorry. I played the Elephant Man. Yeah, I do have some things to shout out. If you guys are not following the Instagram, go follow the Instagram right here. Make sure you guys follow that. Smitty posts some stuff there a lot. And if you guys are also not following the Twitter, follow the Twitter. I take control of that as well sometimes, and I'll post some stuff. And yeah, make sure you guys are following all of the social stuff. We post things there like every week at least. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Onion, back to you.
And plug yourself.
Okay. You guys can find me over to the Eagle Outlaw, where we're currently trying to beat Breath of the Wild. Because, you know, new game comes out in like 7 days, so I have to prepare for that. So yeah, hopefully we will, you know, come over and watch me get destroyed by a divine beast.
Awesome. And let's go directly below Eagle to Smitty. Smitty, take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty Jane, and like Eagle, also playing through Breath of the Wild, but not for the first time, and also not trying to rush through it, because it's my 3rd time going through it. I am currently suffering through what we know as the Sword Trials, which is also on Master Mode, so I'm in pain the whole time, and people like to watch. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you know where to watch me. And anyway, you can also expect some Legends of Arceus, and like Eagle said, go social the follows, go follow the socials.
Yeah, go social the follows. And to the other side of the room, let's go to Creed.
Oh, okay. You know, it's hey guys. I've been on a long hiatus. It's almost been a month. I'm kind of sad about, but I've been busy working full time. But I got good news. I got promoted and all that. I'm making lots of money, so I might get a better setup at some point too. But you know, you can follow me on Guildmaster Creed for my triumphant return to whatever game I hyperfixate myself on.
Awesome. And just in time, Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. I usually stream Mondays to Fridays in the morning or in the evening sometimes as well. And yeah, doing lots of variety. Actually started Pokemon finally today, which was very fun. And playing Witcher, playing other like strategy games, roleplay games, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and definitely go social those follows. And then Tim and Lan, why don't you both do it together? I'll be back in 2 seconds. I've left something just outside. You both stall. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Lan, and I am the female half of Team Logic, and I suck at stalling, just so you know, but, well, maybe, Tim, do you have any stories to tell today?
Well, my name is Tim, and I am 34 years old. I am the male half of Team Logic NL. You can find me over on Twitch, on the Twitch Team Logic NL channel. You can also find me on Natural Havoc. I do stuff with internet. I do stuff with the tech inside this team. Matt is already back. I don't care. I just keep rambling. And yeah, have fun today, guys. I hope we see a lot of action, and I hope I cropped Matt good. So, yeah, have fun.
Thank you for cropping me. Yes, as you can tell, my camera's changed a little bit. My virtual cam's playing up, and it's like a little bit like blurry and laggy, so I need to sort that out in the week. But for now, we'll be using this setup, which is fine. Thank you very much, Tim. Thank you, Land, for stalling. I don't know what Land did. I missed the whole thing, but I caught Tim's. But yes, you can find me over on The Onion Soup. I nearly said soupe, but then that'd be incorrect. The Onion Soup! I do random stuff, Pokemon's Kingdom Hearts, all other stuff, mediocre content. Go check it out, you'll love it. Yeah. Also, look below me. They're really cool. Every time I see them, I'm like, damn. Us as a collective now have some really cool things going on. And the whole overlays and everything. So, you know what? Good for us. Right, let's go into the recap. Let's do the recap things. So, the party started last week's session, split up, with Shion heading into the Tri-Spires, accompanied by Tordust, in the hopes of purchasing another sending scroll, and heading to the library to study and research anything she could about the orb that they seek. After a while, she found herself with 2 books with 2 different entries about an orb that sounded familiar. One described the orb to be of a powerful soul of the Ifriti, trapped hundreds of years ago. They say that anybody in possession of this orb could siphon its power and become incredibly powerful themselves. The other book spoke of the flame within the orb being powerful enough to resurrect an ancient red dragon by carrying out a ritual with the orb as its focus. Shortly after, Shion purchased her scroll, and with the aid of Tordust, began to weave the scroll with her arcane magic and try to produce the spell. However, unfortunately, Shion's arcane capabilities were not enough, and the scroll once again set ablaze and was lost forever. Meanwhile, Arcturus, Maeve, and Contessa met back up and had devised a plan to find the orb within the city. Maeve knew of some magic that would enable her to locate an object that she was familiar with. The 3 of them came up with the idea that Maeve could cast the spell and transform into a tiny little spider and climb onto the back of Kada and let Kada fly her around the city. At this, Maeve transformed and rode the back of Kada as she flew out of the balcony doors. 15 minutes passed, with Contessa and Arcturus waiting patiently when Kada returned with Maeve and some bad news. They spent the entire time flying around the Flint Ward and found no trace of the orb's presence. Erhard spent some time sorting out his new materials, ready for when he and Arcturus could find a moment to work together to fix the boots of levitation. And meanwhile spoke to a local bard who gave him some more information about the taverns in the city. Not long after, Shion and Andros met back up with the group and decided to ask around about the other taverns within the city. They heard of one by the name of the Crimson Crown within the Amber Ward. Shion told the group that if they wanted to just go into the Canopy Ward and Flint Ward to try and find these criminals, they may as well speak with some of the noble men and women, as they may even pay them to find their whereabouts. Upon arriving, Maeve wore the cloak of fashion with the intent to disguise herself as a noblewoman, copying Shion's every move. The party arrived at the tavern to see a luxurious space filled with red silks, tapestries, and over-the-top comfortable seating. Upon arriving, a gentleman by the name of Ricardo introduced himself as their waiter for the evening. Speaking with Shion for just a moment, he realised she was from Quirin and immediately assumed she had wealth. He gave the group a private booth and a complimentary bottle of champagne. After a while, they got chatting with Ricardo and found out that Sigbert von Hildesmith and Henry Weston, 2 of the 3 candidates for the voice of Arkenvale, frequented here. They decided to buy some more drinks and food and await to see if either person would arrive. Erhard sent Olaf to investigate the floors above them, finding out the second floor is a gambler's hall with a bar, stage, and a vast amount of dice and card tables, while the third floor seemed to be a private meeting rooms and rooms for rent. 2 hours pass when eventually a large, strapping, 6'2" human man with salt and pepper-like hair enters with a convoy of 5 or 6 people. You overhear a slight conversation between them as they approach the stairs going up to the gambler's room, which identified the larger male to be Sigbert. And that is where we will pick up tonight's game as you see them ascending the staircase and our adventurers sat around a booth, all staring at them as they walk up the stairs. So guys, what are you doing?
Well, while I'm staring, can I like have a very close look, or like as close as a look I can have from a distance? What kind of entourage he has? Like not as him specifically, but just like the people around him.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a perception check. Anyone can do that, by the way, because you're all looking in their general direction. So by all means, and I will
Okay.
just change the music over.
Oh damn it!
Wow.
So many
only we rolled
20s,
with
but not on the
advantage.
right side of the map.
Right?
What did we roll? Let's have a look.
Only made
Oh
it
god.
contested.
Okay. Ooh, Arcturus. Yeah, so as you are all looking towards this entourage of people, Erhard and Shion, the pair of you are trying to get a glance at the people behind them, but some people walk past and get in your line of sight, and you just can't manage to see and get a good grasp on them. However, Contessa, Maeve, and Ondros, the 3 of you peering over towards their direction, you can see that 2 of the 5 seem to be fully armoured guards of the city. You can see the crest of Arkenvale on their chest plates, and they seem to be some sort of a protection bracket for maybe Sigbert and his friends. You do notice that the one he was talking to closely to him by the name of Giles, which you overheard, seems to be a scholar or a scribe of some sort that seems to be walking alongside of Sigbert, and he seems to have some paperwork and a few books with him. And a couple of the other people behind him seem to be wealthy noble men and women that clearly know Sigbert of some sort. Arcturus, one thing you do spot, as the crowd of people are walking around, one of the gentlemen that isn't dressed in armor does have a scabbard to his side, concealed by his cloak, and you just pick that out. And it's just like a short sword scabbard, so it's not like a full length down to the bottom of the leg. It's like down to about his knee, and it's just a short sword scabbard. And he seems to be maybe an undercover guard of some sort who maybe will stick close to Sigbert, you imagine. But yeah, that is what you all see as they ascend the staircase. And they're all chatting amongst each other, and you can hear Sigbert as he goes upstairs, ha ha ha, as he's walking up the stairs with Giles and the others.
Can I roll a history check to see if I heard about this guy when I lived in Essen?
Sure. You can roll it with advantage.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I didn't see the roll until after I said advantage, but as you think back on Sigbert, and now that you've seen him, you've met this man. He's actually a friend of your father's, who used to come to the jousting competitions years ago. You probably haven't seen him in maybe 12, 15 years, but he used to come quite often to jousting competitions. And you know him to be one of the ex-captains of the guard of Arkenvale.
I guess I kind of mentioned that to the rest, not like loudly, just enough to let them know.
As you do so, I sort of they're going up the stairs. I'm not going up the stairs. I'm not gonna follow them. I'm not gonna, but I'm just gonna stand in clear view somewhere and just I don't know, check them out. Like obviously, like hey, I haven't seen you before.
Why don't you roll me? Ooh. I'll let you choose between persuasion or performance,
Oh,
as you try to persuade them with your posture as opposed to actually saying anything, or
Mhm.
you can be putting on more of a show. It's up to you. I'll allow you to choose which one.
That's very obvious.
24. Yeah, so as you lean against the bar or whatever you do to draw their attention, with a 24, a couple of them, including Sigbert, does catch your eye, but they do continue upstairs.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just want them to know I'm here.
Yep.
That there's an exotic lady about who might be interested.
Yeah, and the rest of you see Shion get up, walk over to the bar, and then just like strike slight of a kind of like a pose at the bar, and you're all just kind of like, wait, what is she doing? Because she doesn't do anything. She just stands there. You guys don't notice that they're looking at her. Like, you have no idea.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting in the booth.
Contessa, did you say you recognize this guy?
Yes, he used to attend our jousting competitions way back when. Do I know why he stopped coming?
Competitions?
Jousting is a little bit difficult to explain. You kind of go on like how did they do this back then? Like horseback, and you have a pole, and the other person has a pole, and you try to hit each other off.
You would know they are called lances.
Lances, right?
And yes, the objective is to hit the other person off of the horse.
Well, it sounds like
It's a game.
Competition. That sounds like a great game, Contessa.
Sounds like a really dumb game.
But if you know him, then that's our way to talk to him.
Yeah.
Just tell him there's a young lady that wants to speak to him that knows him.
Yeah. Do I know he stopped coming to the competition?
You know there was an accident that he was involved in.
Can I roll a history check on to?
Sure.
Or
See if you can recall, because it was a long time ago for you.
yeah.
A 20? Yeah. You know that during a jousting competition years ago, it was for the prize of it, and his lance splint as he was hitting into the other person, and shards of the wood went into his own shoulder. And he tried to claim that it was a fraud, and that the event was fixed for the other winner. He actually ended up falling out with your father over it, and that's why he never came back again.
Now I'm gonna mention that to the party and say I don't know if he'd be happy to see me.
Yeah,
Well,
now that you mention that.
You are just a child.
Can I go
Then,
back
is
now? Are they upstairs?
Yeah, you like saunter back over.
Grudges hold long over time for certain people, though.
He doesn't know that you know that. You could just be like, "Hey, I recognize you. How are you?" Play dumb.
And that you
I
were
think-
once, a very great champion. That you
I
See, the
remember.
thing
remember
is,
you
Maeve-
as this great lancing man on this horse, and it was wonderful. And one day you stopped coming. I've missed you so much.
Oh. See, the
I
thing
asked
is,
a
Maeve, he
question.
might recognize the crest on both of ours, and he might not recognize you and ask too many questions about you, too.
No
mean-
worries, darlings. We already got their attention.
Shion has her way in.
What do I say if they do ask? Who am I?
What about a lady of pleasure?
With
No.
a cold star
No.
crest?
No, 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 Shion, no.
You guys want their attention, or
Not under my family's name like that.
Can I ask a question to you guys? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been sitting here the whole time. I'm kind of confused. What are we doing? Like, what's our purpose again? Like, what are we doing in this establishment entirely?
Apart
case-
from enjoying the cheese and wine, well, if Okay, I sort of lower my voice now because, yeah, people aren't supposed to hear. If we want to roll up any gangs, find information about the orb, we might as well get some money while we do it. And the best way is, I guess, to do some chores for the politicians in this city.
We try to find
trying-
sponsors.
We're trying to talk to a person to get money.
Yes, and in return, we will fix the
So-
baddies and get information about the orb while we're at it.
Well, if we want the thing, why don't we just do the job the person offered us, like, just earlier? The go to the city thing that the guy was... We need money, why aren't we
But
doing
that doesn't get us
they
the
already
orb,
know
though.
That
right?
does
That
not
Doesn't get
us
us
to the
any
orb.
closer to the orb.
I mean, we don't know that, right? Do we know? Like, do we know that won't get us close to the orb? At this point,
Well,
we're just
we
kind
don't.
of throwing. We're
Hypothetically
throwing hay
speaking,
marys right now. That's what it feels like. We're throwing hay marys.
hypothetically, we have to throw Hail Marys in this large of a city, to be honest.
Yes, but if we want to get on the good graces of the city, right? Which we already have a standing in the city, right? If we want to get ourselves more known, why don't we take the mission that the city itself is trying to hire us for?
But then
Yeah,
again,
so
Andros.
Their
what
good
we-
graces by a big ton, right?
But Andros, then again, why don't we do the mission that the big guys give us and get the gold they will offer us?
The guy's already offering us gold for the thing he wants us to do.
Yet.
See, the problem with that, the travel is what was it, a week?
Well, it takes us in the opposite direction, essentially. And we also know the fire orb.
Do we
It
know the
came
orb is
here.
in the city? Do we know the orb is in the city? Or do we
It
just
came
know it's on the
towards the
direction
city
of...
for
We
sure.
knew.
We knew it was coming towards the city, right? We're missing some key details. We knew they took the orb towards the city, right? We don't know where the orb is at. They could have went right through the city and just kept going, right? So what you're trying
Even
to tell
so-
what our whole
But
job
why
here
would they
is-
go to
Even so, what we need is more information about any subversive groups in this area, and who better to give it to us than the politicians who want to dispose of them?
Right. And if they see us go take
Unless
care of
they're
their
with them
problem
as
in the
well.
city they're trying to get us to go to, we'll be in their good graces to where they'll want to give us that information to begin with. What we're doing right now, we're trying to pick, like,
See,
I
Andros?
promise you, what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and talk to this guy, right? He's a politician. He knows how to play the game. He's probably going to tell us basic information we probably could find out through anybody on the street, right? The
You
politicians
think
don't-
Montessa and I do not play the game?
I'm not saying y'all do or don't. What I'm telling you is the people on the street level know more about gangs and information about them, probably more than politicians.
Well,
But
so
remember-
far,
but
getting
remember-
You're after
you
getting
were-
the favor of the people, not the favor of information, right?
Andres, wait. Just remember, we were told not to ask any more questions. I don't think the groups are going to kill the politicians. That would cause too much of an uproar for them.
Right.
Other
And
people that we
asking-
asked, they wouldn't. No one would give a shit about them.
So why are we trying to go to the politicians for information that we already got set up for?
Oh,
Right.
we're not going there for the information, darling. We are just going there for a target.
we're going there for
I need a
backup, so
drink.
to speak. That we allowed to do this.
If
so
we
to
are
speak.
to
You can't just go-
destroy a bandit's den, then we would like the politicians to, well, you know, agree with us destroying the bandits. Which is why we're going there.
Okay, y'all keep talking this. I'm gonna go get a drink.
The drinks are here on the
Andros,
table.
But
No.
Andros,
Already here.
there is already a drink on your
Andros.
table.
There is multiple
there really?
bottles on the
Oh,
table. Cheeses.
alright,
No,
he-
it's fine. Cheeses,
yeah.
meats, that sort of thing.
He's gonna take the. Is there like a bigger bottle than the rest? Like there's like an actual like.
I think currently there are 3 bottles on the table,
Okay.
and I think 2 are empty.
Okay, he's
So
gonna
there's
take
one
the one.
left.
He's gonna take the one and just start chugging it. Like whatever one is left, he's gonna start.
Can
drinking all of it.
can I lean over to whoever is closest to me and just say, didn't he say he's gonna not drink anymore?
I assume I'm closest.
Whoever
Ahad,
wants
you
it.
tell me who you want to talk to.
Whoever wants it. That's
Okay,
what
there you go,
my intention,
Contessa.
essentially.
There you go.
Andres says a lot of things.
Yeah. So, what do we want to do about our
They
help
are
out.
upstairs. Does anyone want to volunteer to ask how to get upstairs?
I mean,
You-
you
We
only
could wave
have
Ricardo
the
down.
stealthiest dude in the
Oh,
party.
yes.
No, we're
right
not.
here.
If
we're
who
I-
not
can literally,
stealthing.
if
We're
I
not
may-
stealthing.
if I may
change
raise
himself
we
a
don't do this
suggestion,
stealthily
No one will
right
see
now.
me.
I
can
will
just
ask
walk up.
Ricardo.
Yes, thank you.
Do
if
you
I
try and wave him over?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Andros, I would say let the ladies take care of this.
Okay.
And as you say that, Shion does the cursory wave for a waiter to come over to the table, and Ricardo very quickly comes on over. And he's like, "Yes. How can I help? Would you need another bottle?"
I think we've had enough for now, but there was quite a ruckus going on here, darling. Where were all these people going? Is there another room upstairs? Could you please enlighten us a bit? With my
yes.
sweetest smile.
Yeah. Yes. There is the gambling halls above, and if you are a resident of the city, you may gain access as long as you are of nobility and have a house in the Amber Ward.
Oh, very well. So there is nothing for, I say, people who come from a different city but are also part of the nobility. And I flash my signet ring, sort of.
Roll me a persuasion check. Yeah, and as you say that, he looks at you. Well, we do make exceptions for foreign dignitaries that come to the city. However, and he looks towards Erhard, Arcturus, Andros, and then Maeve, and turns back to you and says, "I do not believe all of you would be suitable."
Very well. And I'm just going to look over at Contessa. Like, shall we, take a look for a bit? Just to check it out. If it's all right with you, of course, Mr. Ricardo, darling.
Oh, by all means, it would be my pleasure. I'll escort you up there if you like.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, he does a slight bow as he backs away and then swivels on his heels and starts walking towards the stairs. As, Shion and Contessa, you follow?
Yes.
Sure.
What do the rest of you do?
I'm just gonna look at Arcturus and go, did he just look at me as if, like, what was that look about?
Well, it's plain simple. These are things we should not meddle in. You are a stealthy one. I am a smart one. But with stealth and smart, we don't get any results in that room. This
Right.
requires a different game.
I'm not talking about why they got up instead of us. I'm talking about why the guy gave me a look as if I probably shouldn't be going up there at all.
Or maybe he was digging you.
What? I don't know. I feel like I should just go back to the tavern for the night and let y'all handle this business. I feel awkward being here.
Well, in that case, let's have another drink.
Let's not
Sure.
split up, please.
No, I think we can't leave Maeve here, Andros. We have to keep her in check. Maeve is saying "darling" way too much. We
Wait,
have to. You did have a total blackout, right? Last, you must have been.
Listen. I was focused on way too many different things. I talked to voices in my head. I hear voices in my head. I mean, I don't have enough time to listen to y'all 24/7 nowadays. It's kind of hard to divide attention. Just kind of give me a heads up when I should be paying attention.
Will do, but for now, enjoy the company, enjoy your drink, and then it's gonna be fine.
Okay.
The ladies got this.
Okay.
I think Maeve was going to get up and kind of half got up and maybe caught the eye and just sort of was like, okay, like
Aw.
quite upset. She was she was excited.
Is the waiter still at the table or did he leave?
He's escorting them up,
Oh, okay, sure.
so he's taking them upstairs.
Do I see any anything around the room where you keep yourself occupied potentially? Like, I don't know, for more like entourage people like us, I guess.
What do you mean keep yourself occupied? Like, there's a bar down here, there's various different seating areas, but there's no stage.
No, I didn't necessarily. No. I'm way too low class for that. I know that. No, I meant kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, like people maybe just more like socializing or hanging out somewhere. But I guess the bar is what you.
Yeah,
would
yeah.
refer.
Primarily, most people would hang at the bar, and then there's, like I said, there's like areas like where people would sit around or stand around certain like higher tables and stuff in this area. But this predominantly seems like a seated drinking area, and the most fun is most likely had upstairs.
Can Andros
Alright.
notice any hooded people in here? Like, from the people
Roll me a
he's...
perception check.
Yeah. Make sure no one's watching us.
You scan around the room. And no, there are no hooded, thuggish, bandit-looking people in this very upper-class tavern. If anything, you guys probably look the most of that sort out of everyone else in here. You definitely stand out. But yeah, as the rest of you sit around this table, sadly eating cheese and drinking the remaining wine and stuff, Ricardo escorts Contessa and Shion up the stairs and takes you towards the bouncer who is stood there, which is that large, brutish looking male in somewhat of a suit, but with the sleeves rolled up. And he lets you pass, and as you walk in, you see in this room, there are 6 tables with like red baize with lion carved ornamental heads on the corners of the table, and the legs go down to what look like the feet of lions, like the claws and the pads at the bottom. And it's all very fancy up here. And in this room, there are 2 large chandeliers, one of which that dangles above a large mahogany stage with the red silks with golden filigree curtains on the sides, and a big round, because it's like a dome, there's like a big curtain at the back of the stage. And currently, there is a woman on there playing a harp. And sat around her on these red stooled, like cushioned stools, are some noble men and women drinking wine and champagne and stuff. And then throughout the room, there are people gambling, which looks to be like they have 5 dice and a cup, and they put the dice in the cup, they spin the cup around and throw them onto the table. And they seem to be playing some sort of game here, and betting money, and there is an adjudicator on each table, making sure that there's no cheating, and it looks like they're giving out dice so that there aren't any chances of weighted dice and that sort of thing up here. And then as well up here, there is another bar, and some more booths and other such seating arrangements up here as well. And this is definitely busier than downstairs at this point. There definitely seems like more people come to this part of the tavern than the downstairs section. But yeah, there's all sorts of noble men and women up here.
I take it we brought our own drinks.
Yeah, I would say you brought your glass from before, yeah.
Yes. I sort of whisper to Contessa, I have not enough money here at the moment, here, right now. So I'm going to try not to gamble, but I will definitely try to draw their attention.
I'm short on money myself, but I have some.
Great.
Do we notice where Sigbert is?
Yeah, you can see Sigba stood around one of the red baize tables, and one of his entourage is currently gambling against some other noblemen, and they're just laughing and drinking, and yeah, they seem to be just enjoying a little bit of light gambling and just some conversation with some noble people that they've met here.
Maybe we should try and find a seating with like a seating arrangement that is within their eyesight, if you know what I mean.
Is that possible? Is there like a little watch to watch the game, or do we have to stand around
there's
the
a couple
table?
of chaise in this room as well, and yeah, there are like there are the tables, like just normal drinking tables that you can sit around around like the outside of this gambling area. And then there's also the stage with the woman and all the stalls and stuff around there. But yeah, you could definitely sit nearby one of the gambling tables and just chill out and finish your drinks and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I'll 100% go sit down in one of those shays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you lay across it?
Oh, hell yeah. As
Yeah.
seductively as humanly possible.
Great. Yeah. So yeah, you do that, and then Contessa, you sit on one of the chairs nearby, and yeah, the pair of you you start drinking. I'm gonna jump back to the others. What are you doing? What are you four doing right now?
Probably drinking. No, but seriously, I think we are mainly standing watch for characters to come in and to watch what's going on the outside, I guess.
Sure. Roll me a perception check then, if you wanna just keep watch. And Erhard, are you doing anything at the minute?
I was wondering, I don't know, would it be too inappropriate or something if I just started fiddling around with the flute a bit and just just kill some boredom, pass some time?
Yeah, by all means. Yeah, you can start playing the flute in your booth. And as you're doing that, Maeve, what are you up to?
Mirrors in a toilet a thing here in this world?
Sure.
I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
the toilet.
Yep.
Do we follow?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not going to the toilet to use the toilet, but I'm going to the toilet.
Yes. Yeah. You head towards the bathroom. Yeah.
I think Maeve's just gonna. She's a little upset. She doesn't really understand what just happened. Why did she get looked at like that? What's the difference between her and Contessa and Shion? And she just kind of looks at herself in the mirror and she's like, it's dirty skin. They don't have dirty skin. They don't look like I do, but is that the difference? And she's just gonna look at herself and question.
Yeah, and as
trying to figure out.
As you are looking at yourself, although you've got this cloak on, the clothes underneath are still visible. And I maybe when you're looking through and you're like, yeah, I'm a bit like dirtier than they are. I'm not as well kempt as they are. You look at your clothes and you're wearing like handmade leathers that you made yourself years ago and have patched up and stuff. And you probably realize that most of the people in here, other than Donros and maybe Erhard, they are wearing fancier clothing. A lot more expensive taste and stuff like that in clothing. And yeah, you reflect on that for a minute while in the bathroom, just looking at yourself in one of the mirrors.
Yeah.
Ondros, what are you doing?
Andros is just gonna keep drinking, and he's not really gonna say much. He kind of just gonna let things roll the way they are, and he's gonna talk to Brasta, talk to his long friend, and just kind of.
As you go to
relax.
talk to him, Brasta says, Hey, Andros.
What's up, buddy?
I kind of want to see.
See what?
Upstairs.
No. We can't go up there.
You can't.
I can't. Right. What do you want? What do you mean by that?
Remember when I said I can do more things now and help you?
Yeah, okay. I'm listening.
And I will give you yeah, we can show it to everyone, that's fine.
Wait,
we'll let everyone see it. There you are. Brasta now has a new ability called Spectral Projection. where he is allowed to detach himself from you for no more than 100 feet away from you, and for 1 minute you can see through his eyes. But you can only do this a certain amount of times per day, and that is based on your Constitution modifier. But Brasta is capable of technically leaving your side, and you can kind of like a find familiar, you can see through his vision, but only for 1 minute until it kicks out.
Interesting.
And yeah, when Brasta leaves your body, he is undetectable by the naked eye. However, true sight and some divination magics will spot him.
Huh. Brasa, for the time being, let's keep that in our back pocket. I trust the two upstairs can handle what's going on. I don't want to get too hasty just yet with what's going on. I think for now we save it, and if we see a situation where this might come in handy, we'll throw it out. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Thank you.
Just remember,
If I was gonna use this thing for anything, someone just walked away. That's the time I think would be useful to use this at the moment. Actually, let's do it right now. I want you to go check on. No, we'll save it. We'll save it. We'll save it.
Were you about to make me go check on Maeve in the bathroom?
Yeah. No,
Andros, think
let's
about
not
it,
do
dude.
that. Yeah,
Come
let's
on,
not do that.
What if she's
do
just,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andros,
Actually,
God, you got fucking
do
weird.
you want to?
No.
No. Do you want to go upstairs? Upstairs.
Oh,
upstairs.
right.
Upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Well,
What?
I kind of want to see what's going on, yeah. But not with Maeve, upstairs. Just
Yes,
to clarify. Yeah.
I'd hope. Yes. Yeah. Do it. Go upstairs.
Right.
Go upstairs.
Okay, yeah, I'm going. And at that, you feel a silence. You feel alone. As you don't feel Broster by your side.
Kind of depressing.
And as you think that for a moment, you close your eyes, and when you reopen them, you are looking at yourself from the other side of the room.
Damn, I'm one handsome Loxodon. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, it's cool. Then I'm gonna do this thing up the stairs and go look what's upstairs real quick.
Yeah, and as you go upstairs, you see the gentleman stood there, and I think because it's the first time you're doing it, you go to move towards him, but you're hesitant because you're not sure if he can see you because you've never done this before, and then you get right up to him, and then you go through him. You don't go round him, you accidentally go through him. And that's just you get a shiver down your spine for a moment, but it's not your spine, it's Brasta's spine. And yeah, you go through and you're like, oh, this is weird. And then as you look in, you've probably got about 40 odd seconds left of this
Great.
minute.
Yeah.
And you look, and yeah, roll me a perception check. As Andros.
Okay.
Yeah. 17, yeah. And as you scour the room, you do see Contessa sat in an armchair drinking some wine, and Shion strewn across a chaise longue also drinking some wine as well. And they are near, just a table over from where Sigbert and this big group of people are.
Interesting. Andros is gonna try to go around the room as much as he can. He's gonna try to look for maybe if there's anyone suspicious watching them, or he's kind of just gonna watch out for Shion and Contessa, make sure no one's watching them, or there's no one mysterious or suspicious in his room, anything like that. Did you notice anyone?
Yeah, and as you're looking around, you can see people talking, but you can't hear them.
Right.
And you can see the lips moving, but you don't hear anything. You see the woman playing the harp, but there is no sound. And that is when you realize that you can only perceive. You don't
Right.
get the additional senses.
Hmm.
And yeah, as you're looking around, a few more seconds pass by and you're scanning the room. But no. No one, apart from the 2 guardsmen with Sigbert, look to be armed unless they're employees here.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
yeah. And then, all of a sudden, you blink and you're back downstairs.
Well, wow.
It's, It's pretty cool, right?
That is pretty damn cool.
And I would say at this point, you do hear, like, heavy breathing from Broster.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, it's just, whew.
That
It's
takes
new.
a lot out of you,
It's
huh?
new. It's new.
It's new. Yeah. Okay.
I probably couldn't
okay.
do it too many times.
Yeah, I'd hope I that's kind of insane. I like it a lot. Yeah. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I like that. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, but just remember, you can ask me to go to places, but if I don't want to go into the bathroom watching Maeve, I won't. Okay, I have a choice. All
Can
right,
we
in
not
this matter.
talk about
Okay,
that again?
yeah,
Let's
sure,
just-
sure,
let's
sure. It's
forget
fine.
we
It's
ever
fine. It's fine.
brought that up,
Okay,
okay?
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fine. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
We cut back to Arcturus. As you're like checking the room out for any shady individuals or anything, you just see Andros close his eyes for a minute. He looks like maybe he's a bit tired as he leans against a wall and just kind of closes his eyes. But other than that, you don't spot anything out of the ordinary. You do see Ricardo come back downstairs and he starts serving another table. But other than that, yeah. And you obviously noticed Maeve walk off to the bathroom as well.
So, Andros, you seem to doze off for a second. Are you okay?
No. Just a theory of mine. Shion and Contessa are currently upstairs sitting at a table right next to where the one dude is, and Shion seems to be seated very weirdly. Yeah, it's kind of interesting room. Only a few people are like have weapons up there, so they're totally okay. But that's just a theory, mind you, just a theory.
That's an oddly specific theory.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, what about those details? How did you? What made you think of that?
Oh, just confidence in my friends. Confidence, the power of friendship. They say, very, very big around here.
I have an insight on that.
I want to do an insight on that as well.
You're muted, Matt. You're muted.
Thank you. I'd like a deception check from Andros, please. Yeah, you've known Andros now for a little while. And yeah, you notice whenever he's not quite comfortable talking about something, he always like itches like just under his neck, just like a little bit of a nervous tick. And yeah, you two both clock him doing it immediately.
I just do those micro emotions like raising my eyebrows upon like oh right, yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
And Maeve, do you come back out, or do you spend some time alone in there, or do you come back out?
I think it's been like 2-3 minutes and I've come back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you rejoin the group at the table, and you can just see probably Ahad and Arcturus just giving some sus looks Andros' way, and Andros is doing that nervous tick thing that you also definitely know about.
Yeah, I probably notice it, but I'm probably also not very surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look at Arcturus and go, what happened?
Well, Andros just mentioned theoretically how the situation would be upstairs, and we were discussing that. So
How would it be theoretically?
that's an excellent question, Andros. How would that be theoretically?
Interesting you ask, Arcturus. Let's just say I found something new out about myself, and it's very lonely. Very lonely.
You want to
So
talk about it?
you finally found a way to get rid of Rasta, or
No, wait, to, in a way, I mean, for like a minute, but other than that, nothing more. You know, just very lonesome when he's gone. Yeah.
You're suddenly very tight-lipped. It's kind of, unusual.
Okay, listen. So Brasta can do this thing, all right? This thing where he can detach himself from me and go somewhere.
Lucky guy.
Right. Sure. He can just like leave me, and go somewhere, right? So I had him go upstairs and check on the other two to make sure they're all right.
Well, why not say that to begin with?
Because it's kind of weird. And also, the first suggestion was honestly not the brightest.
Andros?
What was the first suggestion?
Nothing. Andros at this point.
I think as you say that, we pan back to the other two. as Maeve asked that question, like a bead of sweat starts going down Andros's face, and then it just pans straight back to Contessa and Shion upstairs. And what are the pair of you doing? You can see now, Sigbert has sat down at the table and is playing against one of the entourage that he came up with.
Ooh.
If
Do
Shion
you-
doesn't do anything, can we talk to each other?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
you
of
can. You're sat
course.
right next to each other. Yeah.
I didn't know the seating arrangements.
Do you want to gamble against them, or do you think there is another way we can, get them to pay attention to us? I obviously do not want to fight a lot of them.
Gambling against them would raise their what's the word, attention to us, which is it's a good thing. But I don't know how much money they're betting. Can I roll a perception check to see?
Yeah, certainly. Go for it.
Same. I am sort of low on cash at the moment. I unfortunately spent it all on the sending scroll.
A 16
right.
is perfect. You would know that it is a 5 gold buy-in for each game, which is the minimum wager. But what they do is they roll the dice, because you're now that you're paying attention and honing in a bit more, they seem to roll the dice, and then they look what they get, and then they are allowed to re-roll any of the dice that they wish, or all of them, but then they have to put a wager in. So they up their bet.
Do I know the game that they're playing?
Sure. You would know it's called Stacks. And the objective of the game is to get the highest amount of doubles. So, for example, you could get it's either the highest number if none of them are like the same number, so it'd be a 6 would win, or it's doubles and then it's the highest number of doubles. But if the other person also gets doubles, then it's whoever has the higher pair. If you have 2 sets of doubles, you beat 1 set of doubles, and so on and so on. And basically, you're trying to get the highest number of dice. But if you have a 6 and none of the other numbers match yours, and they have 2 1s, the 2 1s win because it is the double. And you roll 5 dice at a time. If you get all 5 the same number, the other person has to get the number above you all 5 the same number. But if they get a 6 and all five of the dice are 6s, they have won unless you also get 5 6s, which the odds are like incredibly hard. Yeah.
I understand.
And you play 2 rounds. First round is the buy-in, and then you wager in, and the other person has to match you or beat your wager, and then it goes until you both get to an equal amount.
Right. I'm just gonna explain that to Shion if she didn't already know about that, I guess.
I don't
I
know.
would say it's not a Quirini's game.
No.
To make it easier, that's fine. But yeah, it's fairly simple once you start playing.
I'd say
That-
let's play against him.
Well,
Wow.
you might want to try that. I will back you up if you if you are really losing. However, as I said, I am currently very short on cash. If we were back home, this would not be a problem. But I will come and join you for moral support. Maybe I can.
Just be the lady on my arm.
Exactly that. And I lock in my arms with Contessa.
And you walk on over. Yeah, and as you get there, Sigbert seems to have won, and he like scoops in a load of gold coins his way, and he's laughing, and he grabs like a handful of maybe like 10 gold, and he just puts it in the hand of this worm, like not wormy, but like squirmy looking thin bookworm guy, and he takes 10 gold and shoves it into a pocket, and they're all laughing and drinking, and as you approach, Sigbert immediately draws attention to Yushion, and he's like, well, hello there, miss. May I please be acquaintance? I am Sigbert von Hildesmith, and who might you be?
And I like the sweetest, most saccharine smile you could ever imagine. Hello, darling. My name is Shion of House Loraniel. Pleased to meet your acquaintance.
I'm unfamiliar with such a house name. May I ask, where are you from?
Very far away, it seems. I am Quirinese, as my accent may have betrayed.
And you definitely both notice everyone's eyes go a little wider when she says Quirinese immediately. And they all seem to now be interested in what's going on. And he's like, I've not been to Quirin myself, but I've heard it's quite the wonderful place.
Oh, it's very beautiful, darling. The piazzas, the sparkling tower of the Scorpion. I'm pretty sure a man of your stature would find it most accommodating.
Well, maybe I'll have to find some time there once I have some vacation. Well, that is if I am lucky enough to be voice of Arkenvale, that is.
A voice of Arkenvale, you say?
Yes, I'm running for council currently. I think I've got it in the winnings, though, but we'll see. We'll see what turns up.
Well, it seems you have luck in the game. Let's hope that the luck will also be with the council. Could you please enlighten me how that works exactly? I'm so unfamiliar with all this. The council in Chartusa is 100 people, so I do not know exactly how does this work.
You see him go to say something, and he like bites his tongue, and then he kind of looks at you both. I believe the schematics would bore you, dear. You're here to enjoy yourself, no? Do you gamble?
Unfortunately, I do think these games are a bit too complicated for me. However, my friend here, she would love to play a round or two.
By all means, take a seat. I'll
And,
go
like-
easy on you. And he smiles and then takes a swig of his beer. And you just hear like a couple of chuckles from like the bros next to him.
Yeah.
And they all like take a swig as well. And yeah, you take a seat, Contessa.
Can I
Okay.
sort of stand? I mean, they're sat next to each other, right?
Opposite. So there's like a table in
Ah.
between them, and then there's like a dealer who sat in between the two of them. And yeah, you can stand between them on the other side, or you can stand over the shoulder of one of them. It's up to you.
I'm going to stand in between them. So yeah, like between the bros, I guess.
Yeah, they're also there. Yeah, just stood
Yeah.
there, and they're just like chuckling, clanking their tankards together, and then taking a sip every now and then.
Yeah, and I'm just like looking at them every once in a while, like.
Mhm. And then, yeah, a cup, ivory cup is passed to both of you, and there are 5 dice inside. Contessa, can you roll me 5d6, please?
Sorry. I was writing the 5 gold down.
That's all right. Yeah, and it costs 5 gold for entry. That is correct. Yeah. Okay, so you got double ones. He begins to roll, and he has double fours. So as you both look, he looks at you and he says, "By all means, you can put the first wager in."
I put 10 gold down as a wager.
Ah, fair. And he also matches and puts 10 in. And now you can choose to re-roll any of your dice.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the ones. So it would roll 3d6, right?
Yeah, so you roll another 3d6, and I'm assuming you're hoping for ones.
Yes. Which I did
Okay.
not get.
So he smiles, and he picks all 5 back up and puts them in his cup, and then he smirks at Shion, and then he shakes the cup and rolls them back out. Well, it looks like luck's on my side.
What the fuck?
And he
Just a met-
scoops all of the gold over to his half. Care to play another?
Indeed. Just a meta note that looked so cool. 4, 5, 6, 5, 4.
Yep. Yeah, he just big balled you right there. He was already
Yeah.
winning, and he just went for the gamble. And
Yeah.
he scoops the gold over to his side, and then puts another 5 in from that pile. And
I'll do the same.
Do it again. Yeah, roll 5d6, please. Very nice. Ooh. Okay. As he rolls his dice.
But I have 2 doubles though, right?
You do, but so does he. Double 6, double 5. And he looks at you and he says, "You want me to wager, or shall you?"
Seeing as you gave me the courtesy last round.
Me?
Yeah.
He puts 50 gold into the middle. If you can't afford it, you can pull out now, and I'll take the 5.
You know what? There's nothing wrong in like pulling out on a.
No. Yes, he's clearly got the better hand.
Yeah, I pull out and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a beginner.
By all means, and he scoops the money in, so he's gained 5, and he says, "I'll play one more, but then I think that'll be my lot."
Okay.
And he puts another 5 into the table.
I will do the same.
And you roll, and he rolls. He's got 2 5s.
Okay.
I'll let you put the wager in this time, dear.
I put in 40 gold.
He smirks. I like you.
I'm gonna re-roll everything but my 6.
Okay, yeah, and he matches with the 40. He puts 40 in as well. So roll 4d6. Oh, that's pretty good. He puts all no. He puts ooh.
Tricky.
You know, he's a gambling man.
Yeah, he would do it.
He puts everything in the cup but the 6, and he tries to go for 3 6s. And he rolls. Well, it looks like the game is up. I saw you get so excited. He rolled the same as you, but he rolled an extra 6, whereas you rolled a 2. And he scoops all the money over. Well, it's been a pleasure. And he stands up, and he gives 50 gold to the guy next to him, and he's like smirks and puts it in his pocket. And he says, "Let me buy the pair of you a drink. With your own money, of course." And then he walks on over towards the bar.
I wish
Well-
Dion was was watching with perception.
Well played, Contessa.
I think we got his interest, but I'm kind of upset.
No wonder. Well, it seems we both lost a great deal of money today. Thanks to our poor luck.
I had fun with it. That's all that matters. And we got his
As-
attention.
Yeah, and as the pair of you were saying this, he brings over, pardon me, he brings over what looks to be a very nice bottle of wine. When you realise it is a bottle of Cold Star wine. And he puts it down in front of you. So what's your relation then?
Oh, we're friends, acquaintances. I'm here on. Well, you know how it goes, darling. And I just sort of maybe not place a hand on his shoulder, but like close to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it goes, darling. My father has a 150-year-old man lined up for me somewhere in Krakadoon with a mansion as big as the royal palace and all these things. But honestly, I just wanted to see the world a bit, and I stumbled upon this lovely lady here, and well, we travel together. It's nothing more than that. I just want to see what else the world has to offer before I go and settle down with an aging dwarven mega sheeran of the Krakadunian Council.
As she says this, I'm just gonna hold up the wine bottle, like not like. Well, I guess it's kind of sus to next to my armor, and see if he just notices himself while she talks.
Yeah, when he asked, what is your relation? It was as he was sliding the bottle to you, Contessa. And then Shion began speaking, and he just politely nodded. And then once Shion stopped speaking, his eyes go straight back to you, Contessa. And you?
Actually, as I pour up the wine, my family makes this particular bottle of wine.
That would make you, Contessa Goldstar, then.
Yes.
How is your old man these days?
Can I roll the history? Like, before I left him? Do I know that already?
Yeah, I would say, you have known him to be so overprotective your entire life. And you probably know that he is fretting to no end right now. But when you left, he seemed as okay as he normally is. But yeah, you know, with your departure, it's probably sent him up the wall. He's probably gone a bit crazy.
I'll just stay that back, and
Mhm.
but I think he's confident that I'm okay.
Good.
Speaking of which, how are you since the incident?
As soon as you say the incident, there is like a slight hint like of anger like flash behind his eyes. And then he says, and he like moves the arm around. He's like, "It's all right. Doesn't stop me nowadays, but put me out of action for quite some time."
I'm very sorry about that.
Well, I'm sure it was no one's fault in particular. Well, it was a pleasure meeting the pair of you.
It was a pleasure to meet you too, darling. And I just look over at Contessa because I think I probably realized that she's got the upper hand now as opposed to me. Mm-hmm.
I was hoping Sharon would do that talking. Actually, Sigbert, we wanted to
Yes?
ask you certain questions.
Well, let
You
us
were
not
running for the
stand.
council.
Come with me. And he gestures over to a booth nearby, and the three of you sit down. And the squirmy-looking male comes running over, and Sigbert just puts a hand out, and the man turns around and walks off again. Just before we get into this convo, we're going to go back to the other four downstairs. What are you guys doing? Are you still just waiting, or is anyone up to anything?
Probably still wondering what happened in the bathroom.
Someone's still sweating, I think.
Someone is still sweating. Andros.
I'm unsure what the question is. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Nothing in particular. Was just the upstairs thing. That's the only thing I did.
It was the only
What
one
a-
you did?
Huh?
It
What
was
you
the
talking
that was the only thing you did?
Andros is gonna look towards the bar. Is there an empty seat at the bar?
Yeah, there's plenty of seats.
There is. Oh, would you look at? I think the bartender is calling my name over there. I think some more drinks is kind of the right idea, you know?
They bring the drinks, Andros.
Oh, do they? Oh, well, I'll go to the
You
drinks.
can
Come on,
just
I have a-
just wave your hand, and Arcturus is already waving
No,
his
no,
hand
no, no.
around.
I'm
And
totally
Ricardo's
fine.
already on his way.
Yeah, I gotta go to the bar. You know, I gotta get some drinks. Maybe I can,
Oh,
talk to somebody.
There is no need for you to go to the bar. I will get your drinks for you. What would you like?
Andros gonna look at him. Shut up. Just shush.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna go to the bar. And Andros is gonna get up and just walk to the bar.
Well, excuse my language, but who pissed in his cereal?
Everything.
Right.
He'd
got
be
a
like
mouth on
that.
him. He wants to be careful. Luckily, I am okay with this because you are paying customers, but your bodyguard should keep his mouth shut in future.
Yeah, he knows
Um,
how to stir up trouble.
Yeah.
Just-
At this point, I
don't
just want to
worry.
slide Ricciardo a piece of gold, like sorry to bothering you.
He looks no harm done, and he takes the gold and puts it in his pocket.
So Ricciardo, could we get another drink? For just I guess the three of us.
By all means, the same again.
I look at Erhard and Maeve.
I don't think I'm thirsty. I'm fine.
I don't mean to be rude. Are you all of coin?
Oh, as you can see, we are the advisors of the ladies who were sent upstairs.
Oh,
As Andros
all
is
of
the
you advisors?
Yes.
Well, some of us more entertainers than advisors, but you know,
that
they
checks
give
out.
and take.
Mm-hmm.
When
you
sometimes
first
the
come in-
advisors are kind of entertaining as well. So
When you first come in, I thought maybe you were a court jester.
yeah, I don't know. I like to put on a show sometimes.
Well, I do not know Quirinesian culture myself. Are you all from Quirin?
No, hell no. I like my freedom.
Right. Yes, very well. Yes.
No, I'm actually from far away. There are not much Vidalcan around here, so
Vadu what?
I'm a Vidalcan. Nice to meet you. My name is Arcturus.
Pleasure.
You've never met a Vidalcan before?
No, I just thought maybe you were a blue tiefling without the horns.
Well, I'm not. But I understand where you get the well, I know what you mean. No harm taken.
Very well.
Since you're here,
Yes.
like not wanting to be rude or too personal, but a person like yourself, where do you go in the city to have fun? Like,
Well-
clearly this is a bit too posh.
Yes, I do. I am allowed into the gambling halls because I am a resident of the Amber Ward. But I and he like looks down at the table. I part own.
Oh.
So to make ends meet, I work in such a fine establishment.
Surely. Anything for us? How to say, more common guests? For I don't know, to also pass the time.
Well, you can go to the hall, but it'll cost.
Which hall?
The
Upstairs.
Gambler's Hall, but it will cost, yes.
Mm.
They... Due to a certain gentleman being in there, we are trying to make sure only the wealthiest of clientele are in there. And,
I can understand. It's fine.
At that,
mhm,
and I'm not saying this, I'm just telling you.
mhm.
With the previous question of being, are we of coin? And then that being said, Maeve's still a cat. She's a little upset with Ricardo still.
Mhm.
So she's gonna pull out her pouch that contains a pretty large sum of money at this point. It's pretty hefty, and just put it out on the table, and she's just gonna look at him and say, "Is this what you mean for going upstairs?"
His how much money do you have? Just so
I have like,
I don't need
I've
to know
like-
the exact amount, but is it like hundreds or thousand? Like, how much have you got?
it's in the hundreds.
In the hundreds, yeah. So that's hundreds of gold as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you like plonk that down, his eyes go a little wild. He's like, "Oh, I am terror. I apologize humbly. Would you care to join me? I'll escort you up."
No, it's okay. I know my place.
Mm-hmm. This bottle of wine is complimentary. If you need anything else, I will be behind the bar, just dealing with a couple of customers. I apologize. And he like bows and like he backs away and then really quickly like spins on his heels and just yeets out of there.
And at this point, I want to give Maeve a slight wink, like, well done. You get it.
I'm gonna lean over to Arcturus and just go, really don't understand the value that you guys put on this materialistic stuff. Look at the clothes. People wouldn't last a day in the forest with what they're wearing in here.
The problem is they never see the forest.
That's
and
absolutely true.
They get very, very impressed with outward appearances, looking all fine, and if you have the coin to spend, they're the bestest friends. But as soon as the coin's gone, they won't be interested.
These
I
kind of
see.
people are very materialistic. They only care for themselves and for what they own, and not in particular the things around them. As we do, we take care of each other. We take care of our surroundings, as you guys do in the forest. They don't care, and that's where we make the difference.
Well, and why we're here, essentially, also they care about what they might gain. And, we might not have the coin to offer, but we have services that they can't do. Like the gentleman this morning asking us to help them out outside of the city with that sinkhole and refugees. I don't know, were you in the room or were you outside getting food for socks? I'm not quite sure I remember.
This morning? No, I was there. I clearly heard somebody wake us all up this morning as I was walking down the stairs, and I was not happy about it. But yeah, I'm wondering how it's going upstairs.
Do you want me to check Olaf? Send Olaf and check, but he's probably not to be seen, and that's a bit of an issue.
I mean, I could go check.
You could. I mean, he definitely thinks that you have coin to spend, and he will like that.
I meant not as me, though.
What did you have in
How's-
mind, Maeve?
There's also different versions of me.
Oh, we knew about that, but what do you have in mind?
I mean, do you guys think I should, or?
I don't think it's completely necessary. Let's just wait for them to come back down.
Yeah,
I think.
I will enjoy this free bottle of wine.
Mm-hmm.
And besides,
And-
we need you to keep Andros in check.
And as you
Just
say
in
that,
case.
Andros, as you approach the bar, there's quite a few people
Yeah.
up there, but you're definitely the biggest guy in this bar
Right.
right now. And yeah, the bartender's and he's like, "Greetings, sir. How may I help you? Would you like a drink?"
Andros, when he comes to sit down, he's gonna make himself like kind of. He's
Mm-hmm.
gonna sit up really straight, because he knows he's the biggest guy probably in the establishment at the moment. He's gonna sit down, kind of make himself look big, look around, look who else is at the the bar with him, and just go, how much would it be for the hardest drink you got?
You would like some liquor?
Yeah.
Very well. Let me see what we have. And he starts looking around, and then he pulls up this very exquisite bottle of some sort of dark, viscous liquid. And he looks at it and he's like, "I believe this is This is a rum exported from Fortis.
Right. Fortis. That's great. How much is that? How much would that drink be?
For the entire bottle or just a glass?
Yeah, the entire bottle.
That'll put you back about 125 gold pieces.
A drink from Fortis is 100
Well, it's a vintage.
vintage.
Yes.
My parents used to drink that every day back when I was over in
Well,
Fortis. What are you talking about?
It's pre-Imperium.
Pre-Imperium?
Yes.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, that's the age of it. Are you... Do you want it?
Give me a glass. Just a glass, I think it'll be fine.
Very well, and he unscrews the top, and he pours some out into a small little tumbler.
Mhm.
And before he gives you it, he puts some ice in there as well. And he's like, well, that'll be 15 gold.
15 gold. Andros gonna look down. Is there like another like? Is there like a beautiful female at the bar currently?
Yeah, sure. There
Is
is a very beautiful, tall, elvish woman with long blonde hair down to her waist. She's wearing a quite tight-fitting dress with a shawl over. She is accompanied by a gentleman. She's accompanied by a human man. But she doesn't seem too interested in him.
Oh, Andros gonna slide over 30, and he's gonna like see that lady down there, that elvish one. Get her a glass too, on me.
Very well, and yeah, pours it, and he gives you yours, and you take a sip, and it's very sweet until it hits the back of your throat, and then there's like a cinnamon sort of taste, and it just like ignites a little in your throat. And it's like a pretty bitter pill to swallow, like on first sip.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you look down the bar. And you just hear, excuse me, madame? And she's like, yes. And then she passes the glass over. And then he points towards you. And she, like, glances over her shoulder in your direction. She picks it up. Sniffs it. Nods. And then takes a little swig and puts it down.
And Andros is gonna, he's still gonna sit there. He's gonna talk to Brost in this moment, be like, that was smart, right? Is that what people do around here to get attention? Or like, I saw Shion doing this once, or like do something like this. Is this the right way to do it? Am I doing this right?
How would I bloody know?
I don't know. I'm trying to like learn new.
We lived in a fucking desert.
Dude, you're right. I'm trying to learn new tricks around here. Like I see Shion's kind of like a flirtatious one, right? So you think that would work for me? Like
the last time I tried chatting up a Loxodon, I just bought him some fried bamboo.
Yeah, well, the only person I ever flirted with is like not here at all, and she would kick my ass if I said anything like this to her. So like I am kind of like trying to, learn some new tricks. You got any?
Sure.
You got anything up your sleeve of like makes me sound like suave, or do we have anything like that, or do we not have any tricks like that?
Starters, I don't have sleeves, but sure.
I mean, do you have like something to change my voice, make myself sound suave? Maybe good looking.
You can literally do that yourself.
But I am not good at speaking. I've never. The only people I talk to in this party are
she's coming.
Woman-wise.
She's coming.
She's coming.
What? Andros, turn to your left.
Oh.
And we'll cut from you back upstairs as this woman is now talking to Andros at the bar. And yeah, you all sit around this booth, and he says, right, well, sorry, Contessa, what was it?
Before I get into the more serious stuff, I say in a kind of fancier voice than like normal.
Mm-hmm.
When did you become quite a skilled gambler? And I'm gonna roll persuasion on that.
Sure. Well, you see, after the jousting, and I used to always put bets on myself, dear, and quite often they'd come in, and then one time they didn't. But, yes, I earned quite a lot of money betting and gambling on the jousting myself, so I picked up a thing or two, and, well, let's just say, when you become retired like myself and start to look into the political side of things, you make friends in higher places that bet more coin. So you have to
Right.
get better at gambling. I learned to take bigger risks. I guess I'm just lucky.
Oh, you could say that, and I kind of say like a non-authentic, authentic voice. Just because
Yeah.
I'm a little bit salty about,
Uh-huh.
but
And he takes like a big swig of his drink that he's bought. He's bought like a bottle of Cold Star wine. He's poured one out for everyone. And he's sat there. And he's like, well, clearly it wasn't the gambling you were after advice for, although you do need it. But what was the real thing you wanted to ask?
and I kind of glance at Shion.
All right. Here is the thing. Are we are looking for something. And we believe it may be in the hands of one of the more subversive groups in this area. Now, we noticed that you are one of the people running for council. And we were just wondering how it would be if you could boast in your political campaign about dealing with one of the, bandit groups or anything like that in this area.
I know this like messes up the chain of events, but can I roll an insight when he answered my persuasion check?
Go.
I keep forgetting to do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter at all.
He was very smug about himself, and you believe, genuinely, you do believe what he said.
Okay.
So,
So-
yeah, how would it look for your political campaign if we were to, say, dispose of one of the, I don't know, mercenary bands, anything troubling the city, really? 'Cause
Well, you
we
see,
need an item they have, and you need the council seat.
my campaign is to remove the scum of this city from the Flint and Canopy Ward. I, personally, would like them to be gone. They are the skid mark of Arkenvale, and if we can wipe that clean and get rid of it, well, it would make this city great again.
And what if I say that the little ragtag group of people we have downstairs might just be the people to help you?
You could say you not hired us, but you know what I mean. You know what we mean.
Look, I'm willing to support anyone that is willing to deal with that rabble. However, if you were to go in there and cause a mess, that would look bad on my part. So formally, I decline.
Naturally.
Informally, I will gift you an amount of coin so that you will better prepare yourselves for such a job. If you prove to be capable, I will give you that amount of coin again on completion. However, only if you are successful will you get the second amount of coin, and you must claim that I instructed it.
That is completely
Very
fine.
well.
Um,
If we fail, we are dead anyway. If we succeed, we
Or
leave.
worse.
our greatest concern is trouble with the town guards.
Do not worry about them. Now, which of the groups are you after?
The crooked clasp seem to be our main concern at the moment.
Yes, the true scum of this city.
All we need is a location.
Well, the Crooked Class work from the Flint Ward.
Any hideouts in particular?
The main one most know of is the Bramble Boar. Not that you'll actually find anyone there willing to talk.
Ah. I just look at Contessa like, right.
I would say, though, you said you're after a certain item. Were you robbed in the city, then?
We were not robbed, unfortunately.
We were not robbed. An acquaintance of ours was, though.
Very
Yes.
well. Well, the crooked class are known usually to tend with petty theft, burglary within the city, breaking and entry, extortion, and selling illegal substances. They are the usual racketeering of this certain organization. They tarnish our good name. The crooked class are nothing but a bunch of thugs. If I had it my way, I'd crush them like rats beneath my boot, but, as you know, rats scurry and skitter into the floorboards and into the sewers of this here city. Oh, did I say sewers? He takes a
Oh.
swig of his drink.
Oh, no, darling. I have to get my dress wet. But, very well. Thank you very much. Unless, of course, there is another group which is even a greater concern to you. As my darling Contessa here said, the crooked clasp is our current objective, but if there is someone else you think is more into the theft of certain magical artifacts, then by all means, we will eradicate them.
His eyebrows raise when you say magical artifacts. Well, if they know what it is, I can't imagine it was the crooked clasp. Unless it was accidental.
Very well, then who did you have in mind? If I say magical.
Magical artifacts, I would put my money on the Requisition. They, primarily operate within the Canopy Ward. But a few of their businesses lie in the Amber Ward itself.
Hmm.
Very well.
You heard of
Well-
the Bernardos?
We have.
Well, the Bernardos have gone all but quiet. An old informant of mine that closely dealt with them recently told me that they've had a change of heart. The head of the Bernardo family was taken ill a few years back now, and within the past 6 to 7 months, handed everything down to his son, Kingston Bernardo. Kingston has decided to take on a new name, and hence the Requisition. They wish to do things more formal. They wish to be a modern age of thievery.
Break the law without actually breaking the law.
Exactly that. The Requisition do not thieve from Arkenvale. They have no real troubles within here, but they do so to outsiders and smuggle goods in.
And I'm kind of like just chuckling in the background, like,
Their primary focus is smuggling, spying, blackmailing, and loan sharking.
Sounds like home.
This group of individuals are worrisome, though I'd be careful. They're a lot more organized, and, well, I think they have a wealthy benefactor backing them, hence why they're capable of doing more riskier
Benefactor?
jobs. Yes, well, the Bernardos were always wealthy, and if all of the money has gone to Kingston, I imagine that's an incredible amount of wealth backing the Requisition. Kingston would not officially announce that he is part of them, but from my knowledge and my informants, he controls them. In the Canopy Ward, they have many a warehouse. That's where I'd check.
Very well.
Before we leave, then, the gold.
Yes?
Would you be willing to give it to us now, so we can get started right away?
He clicks his fingers, and Giles comes running over, and he opens up a bag, and he whispers an amount into Giles's ear, and Giles pulls out sacks of gold, and he pulls out 3 sacks, and he pushes them towards you.
Crooked clasp or requisition?
You choose. You get rid of one of them, my life will be better. You fail doing it, I've never heard of you.
Excellent.
Oh, and one other thing. If you do choose the Crooked Clasp, for every brooch of theirs you bring back, I'll throw in an additional 5 gold.
Noted.
Lovely.
I wish to make an ornamental piece of their shitty brooches.
And Contessa just laughs because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he slides the bags to you, and you are given 1,500 gold.
That's enough to pay our bar tab. I hope.
So we're gonna have to discuss that more.
We should inform the rest and get started straight away.
When you're done, ask for Giles. One of the waiters will take you to a room.
Certainly. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Oh, and Shion,
Yes.
if you ever wish for company for an evening, you know where to find me. And he
Absolutely.
finishes his drink, puts it down, and he stands up, nods to you both, and walks off.
Absolutely. I give him a wink and just
Yeah, he goes and
swish my robes.
and the pair of you start to leave the Gamblers' Hall as Maeve, Arcturus, and Erhard. The three of you see a woman approaching Andros at the bar as you're just drinking and chatting amongst yourselves, and you swear to God you see another bead of sweat go down Andros's face.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'm just gonna spectate.
Why does he seem nervous? Like, why is he twiddling his fingers?
Perhaps Andros is not really accustomed to to ladies at all.
Can I
We talk all the time, and I was even in his room last night.
Whoa.
Contessa, did you forget? There's people.
No, I'm not there yet.
Wait, Maeve, you were in his room?
I
Oh, wait,
heard a
was
voice in my
there.
head. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyway.
But I was there as well, so
Yeah, you were there. So like,
Exactly.
why is it weird around girls, ladies?
have you ever got the feeling that you would fancy a person? Like really, really fancy. You get that wee feeling inside your stomach. And you really, really want to be with that person.
Fancy?
that you really like them and like your mom and dad getting together and
I really like you guys. If that's what you mean, like,
not exactly. It's a bit more than that.
Do you know about love, Maeve?
yeah, I used to tell my parents all the time, and they used to tell me too.
And what about the love between your father and your mother? Is
Now
that
they loved each other a lot.
But is that the same love as they had for you, or is that differently?
I mean, I guess yeah, it was a little different, but they loved each other a lot. It was nice.
And would they do stuff?
I mean, they went out for walks all the time, and they go horseback riding together, and then like they come back looking all wild, but they had a good time. Like they go on like a Saturday date thing or whatever they used to call it, and then come back looking all wild. And yeah, I had to go spend time with my mum's sister, my auntie.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like
Like-
that. Well, that's the love we talk about. And if you look at Andros, do you think he's ready for that?
I don't think he could fit on a horse. No.
And I think that's why Andros is
Before the
getting
moment-
getting nervous.
Before the
Okay.
moment passes, can I have a very close eye on how Ondros messes up this whole situation? Because I
Sure,
would like to
yeah.
study that for further purposes later.
And I'll say Shion and Contessa, you come down and also spot Andros with this woman at the bar. And then Andros, we cut to you. And this woman comes up to you and she's like, "Well, hello there.
Hello, nice to meet you. I couldn't
May
help but
I-
notice you from down the bar.
Well, I appreciate that. Do I know you? I don't think I've seen you here before."
Probably not. I'm kind of new around here. I've been traveling. Yeah, I come from Fortis actually. I come over here to kind of see the world a little bit. Do some traveling.
You're a traveler.
Yeah, a little bit. I kind of like the city quite a bit. I kind of want to be here for quite some time, so I decided to stay here for some time. Doing some odd jobs, helping people out, that sort of thing.
And don't think I'm rude, please, but may I? What are you?
Don't worry about it. I get that all the time. I'm a Loxodon. We're kind of like a you. It's kind of like a human elephant sort of mix. People and elephant, and yeah, I have a whole family back in Fortis. There's actually quite a bit of us. This is kind of weird for me as well because a lot of these people around here I don't really see as much as well where I come from. So very
right.
very new. Yeah.
Well, was it Andros?
Yes,
Yeah.
Andros. Yes.
Well, my name's Natalia.
Nice to meet you, Natalia.
And yeah, she puts out a hand for you to kiss the hand.
Andros would go and kiss the hand.
She takes the hand away and she says,
Yeah.
"Oh, what's a big guy like you doing in a place like this?" She leans against the bar.
You see, I am here tonight to just meet new people. Kind of just just see what the city's all about. You know what I mean? I kind of just got here like a day and a half ago ish, so I kind of just wanted to see what the city offers and what's so grand about this city.
Well, the city offers plenty. It just depends what you're looking for.
Right? Yeah. It's true.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Why are those people over there staring at us?
Those are the people I met along the way. They haven't met a guy like me either, so they kind of just take me with them. I'm kind of like their bodyguard per se. They need
Oh.
someone of big stature to keep them safe through all the issues that come with traveling. I kind of protect them. I've fought all sort of things. Even helped clear the mines back in that Andros can't think of the name of the town at the moment. You might have heard about it. There was a
Where
mine.
would that be?
Where would that be, you ask? That will be. Give me a second. It would be in Ashendale. Ashendale. would be
Oh,
what it's
yeah,
called.
I heard of the terrible
Ashendale.
things there. And the
Yeah.
the gnolls attacking the people.
Yes, yeah. We
You
my
fought them?
group. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it wasn't no
Oh,
big deal at
my.
all. Yeah.
That's rather impressive. Would you like to tell me this story in private?
Sure.
Sure.
We could do that. Yeah.
And she leads you to a booth that's over away from your group. And
Right.
yeah, she sits down at the booth and it's just the pair of you.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
And she just asks you questions about the Knoll invasion, where you came from, how you got here. And she's just generally asking. She seems interested in your story so far. And the rest of you all see Andros and this woman walk over to a booth and then sit down on an out of sight. You now can't see them.
I assume me and oh.
Oh, I think Zeb pressed the wrong button. Yeah.
Well, my
yeah.
mic was like freaking out and stuff, so
That's
I
alright.
dropped and stuff.
I
Um,
assume me.
Can
Sienna,
I have Olaf scurry over stealthily and just slip into that booth? I want to know.
As a weasel?
Yes.
Sure, roll me a stealth check.
She's gonna freak out.
Then I got a weird, a stealthy weasel.
No one can see the stealthy weasel. Be
Underneath
quiet.
the booth.
Can I just look at Contessa like, what the hell did we just walk in?
So we kind of, well, I joined. I assume she joins, but we joined the group, and I hope Andros doesn't take too long. We learned a lot of good information, and kind of like, I don't know who held the bags. Maybe we like split them, holding them, and we kind of just plop them on the table.
This lady must be either a spy or this is a very good booty call.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
will
He's
point
very
out.
drunk.
I will point out, Andros, you
Yeah.
are aware that Olaf just went under the table.
Natural perception.
She didn't notice it though, right? Does Andros
She
notice
does
it?
not seem to be aware.
Okay.
However,
Oh,
she does have some fur shawl around her shoulders.
yeah.
And it's definitely of some form of dead animal that's been skinned.
I would like to close my eyes and go into the perception of Olaf, because I'm just curious.
Sure. So as you perceive through Olaf's eyes,
And ears.
you just see 2 pairs of legs
Sure, I'm just listening.
and a woman wearing a tight-fitting skirt, well, dress.
Oh no, he's
I look at Andros instead.
You look towards Andros and what does Andros wear for trousers?
It's kind of like
None.
his leather piece, but it goes it goes around him entirely. It's kind of
Okay.
like shorts, but leather shorts. You
Yeah,
know?
cool. I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's not a kilt, is it? Because that'd have been even funnier.
Yeah, no. I mean, there is like a cloth going down it, but there's also
Yeah,
leather. underneath it as well.
loincloth, but then there's
Yeah.
the shorts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
no
she
worries.
see his second trunk though?
Not from under the table, no. But yes, Olaf, well, Erhard is now looking at the pair of them from under the
Right.
table, just seeing legs.
And listening
but
to the conversation.
Andros, you are aware of it. Whereas the rest of you, you're all at the table.
I'm just
We
waiting
have
for Andros to
news.
drown.
Inform us.
Yes,
I-
well, shall we wait or until...
Well, I'd like to get the point across before Andros has 20 ideas.
That might be wise.
So obviously we just explain what went down and all that.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna bitterly explain that I think I got scammed, but he seems like a nice guy. Besides that, I think he might have turned to some different ways after the little incident.
So we have
But-
two ways to go. Which one is, I guess, up to all of us. The crooked clasp seems like the easier one, even though I have to get dirty, which I don't like.
If we-
However, the requisition might be.
See, the thing
better.
is, if we get the crooked clasp, we get more money to
Use
better
that.
prepare us for the requisition.
I was thinking exactly that. What do you guys think?
What time frame do you even think you have? Because I know you're on a clock.
Can I look at my tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
What do I see?
The same as the last time you looked at it.
Yeah, just to.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. I think we have a bit of time. But that said, I do not know when the actual voice election is. But I think we might want it done before that time at least. Which
Do we
gives
know
us
when?
what? I don't know.
But
Do we know when? No.
the-
Okay.
what we
We
need,
can ask that to any citizen on the street. They might know that.
Yeah.
what happens if he doesn't win the election? Is he still gonna want us to do the second mission, or should we prioritize doing the one that we really need to do over the one that gives us money?
We could still do the second one. We just ask the other voice that gets elected.
I mean,
I don't know
if we do whatever, whichever we want, really, it will give him a much stronger claim to win the election.
Sure, but we're trying to get the orb and trying to get money at the same time. We're not trying to get money. So we should go for the one that we think that has the orb.
But
Before
can we?
time
Are we
runs out.
So the
prepared for the
requisition.
requisition?
The requisition. We do not. Obviously, we do not know which one. It might be. It might be neither of them. But at least we can get the information about. I think we might get the information about the orb.
Well, if we know where their hideouts are, we could
know-
repeat what I did today and go there instead.
We know more about the crooked clasp. I'm not going to discuss this because I want the meeting room instead here. We know more about the crooked clasp than we do the requisition. The requisition's in 2 different places in the city.
I do agree with Maeve though. If we have an option to go for the object we are looking for, we should take the chance and not go for the money.
Very well. If we succeed, we get the money regardless, and we get the information. Whether or not you guys want to roll up the crooked clasp afterwards, that's up to you.
Do we think it's with the requisition over the crooked clasp?
Definitely. Smuggling seems there.
Well, that's what I thought when you explained, but I wasn't sure if I was being stupid.
No, you're right. It's just the problem is he said that they're in the Amber Ward and the Canopy Ward, I believe.
Maybe it's worth maybe speaking about this with Yusuf again. He knows about the situation. Maybe give us a clearer idea of a more precise location within the wards.
Yeah.
The wards are big, yes. I mean,
wards are very big.
Which is also why, I mean, the crooked clasp, we have a location. But
yeah. And we could see maybe he already has enough information for us, or maybe we can retry the object thing. I don't know. There's a few things that we can do, I think.
See, the thing is, if we start this, none of us can be alone after what happened with Erhard.
No.
That was the crooked clasp, though, right?
Yes. But the requisition might catch on too.
Yes. I think as soon as you have one on your back, you'll have them both on your backs.
They will know.
I mean, the crooked clasp was already after you guys. So
Well, they probably already know about us then.
Yes. So in that regard, it might be smarter to roll them up first, as we already know their location. It is in the sewers.
But hear me out. If we go for the crooked clasp first, the word will get out to the requisition before we can get to them, and they will have time to prepare, and they will have the funds to prepare. They now don't know that we're planning to do anything.
The requisition does not know we are after something yet, though.
No, exactly. But if
unless the lady Andros is talking to happens to be a requisition spy, although I doubt it.
No, they are planning going horse riding.
This is the Amber Ward. And mind you, the requisitions in the Amber Ward, so you never know. But, just a theory.
Maybe we should talk about this in our rooms.
We actually, I think we could just call Giles, and then we could go to a meeting room, right?
No, yeah, I think she means back at the inn we are staying.
Do we want to keep walking back and forth though?
I mean, we could just go after we talk about this when
we cannot leave. We cannot leave Andros here. That said, I think we're done here.
Can we go cockblock him?
What is that?
We could.
No,
Well,
nothing.
This one is up to you, Contessa. This one is up to you.
No, I won't ruin his fun. But as long as he doesn't get himself in trouble, I'll wait.
I'll go over to him and just say we are leaving, and he'll know where to find us.
But I just said we shouldn't be alone.
Are we leaving him?
Well, he's happy. Excuse me. Of course he can come join us at any minute.
Just tell him to hurry up.
Very well. I'll just walk over to Andros.
So you go towards Andros. What's everyone else doing?
I kind of stand up, but like I'm not going toward. I'm kind of halfway towards our table, and Andros. I guess I'm kind of like
Okay.
just to be
Alright.
like show that we're you know.
The rest of you?
I'm gonna wave over Ricardo.
I was about to say, are you about to dine
Yeah.
and dash?
No, no.
Yeah,
don't have
as
the
you
money.
wave over Ricardo and he comes on over and he's like, yes, madame.
Can we have the bill, please?
By all means, I'll be just 2 moments. And he runs off. And we'll cut back over to Andros,
Yeah.
who, you're sat in this
Yeah.
booth. You have like a couple of minutes before Shion wanders over.
Right.
But yeah, you're just chilling.
Yeah.
She sat very close to you. And after a few moments of you telling the story, her hand drifts onto your leg.
Tell me about yourself, Natalia.
Well, I'm a noblewoman of Arkenvale. My father used to be a cartographer, and he earned quite a large sum of wealth, and in his passing, he left everything to me.
Oh, that's really, really cool. That's
Yes.
interesting. Do you?
I'm more into calligraphy, if anything, but my brother, who was at the bar with me, he's trying to follow up in his father's footsteps.
Oh, that's your brother. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I have an older sister back in Fortis, but I haven't seen her in like 6 years, honestly, almost, pretty much.
Are you quite the family man?
I try to be when I get to be home with them. Yeah, I mean I like to help the family out, whatever I can do.
It's nice, isn't it? Being able
Yeah.
to be there for family and help one another.
I mean, as weird as it is, the group I've come to know and be with, they're kind of like a new family for myself, to be honest. It's a new fresh air almost being with them. I've learned a lot.
Do you plan to stay in Arkenvale long, or are you to travel again soon?
We plan on staying here for quite some time. Again, my job is just protecting. I do quite a bit of guarding me, but we plan on staying here for quite some time. So I'll be here for a while.
And then at that moment is when Shion comes into view, and Natalia looks towards her and then looks back at you.
This is the lady who hired me. Her and the blue guy are like a thing, a thing.
Right.
And I
right.
just sort of smile, like, oh, is that, darling? We're leaving.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
It's up to you whether you want to stay or whether we are going to stick together. And I really emphasize the last thing. And then I just bow to them and I'll leave.
Yes.
Can I just
me-
barge in shortly? So I can only see the legs. I can't see the fur you described.
Nope.
Unfortunate.
Andros is gonna look her and go, as you can see, that's like I told you, she's with the tall blue one. I'll join you guys in a few moments. I'm talking to a very gorgeous lady, elvish lady right here.
And she smiles and then waves towards you, Shion.
And I wave back. And then
I-
and then as I turn around so they don't see, I'm like, all right then, off we go.
I guess as I hear that, I just make Olaf kind of follow Shion. Not necessarily climb up on her because
Yeah.
that might be a bit exposed, but yeah.
Yeah, follow Shion. And yeah, Ricardo comes on over to you, Maeve, with the bill and puts a piece of parchment onto the table, turns it around to show you, and you can see that the bill is 65 gold pieces.
And I'm gonna
Chuck
pull
it.
out my my pouch of gold and give him 75.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna say.
No, honestly, it's no need. By all means, it's just 65. It was my error. It was my judgment. I really apologize. If you're ever in again, by all means, the booth is yours, or if it's already taken, you may have another, and another complimentary drink on the house.
Oh.
I really I apologize. No.
Sure.
And
I'll
he
take
gives
then
you-
the
He
yeah.
gives you the 10 back, yeah, and he just takes the 65, and yeah, he walks off with the bill. Thank you once again for your patronage. Yeah, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
And he doesn't speak to any of you. It's just Maeve. That's all to Maeve.
He has to fix his fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's realized the Quirini's one hasn't paid, and it's somebody else. So now he's like, ah, shit. So yeah, and yeah, he runs off. And Andros.
Yeah.
Yeah, this beautiful elvish woman is sat next to you.
Yeah.
And she just looks up at you because she's quite smaller than you are.
Right. Yeah.
So you need to leave?
As you can see, my job goes quite a long time throughout the day. I will say, Miss Natalia, it was a due pleasure of meeting you, and I really hope that we can have another sit down and drink sometime. I don't really get to meet new people and have these discussions, and it's a great, lovely time meeting you and hearing about you. Um, yeah. If you ever do need to find me, I like to hang out at a lot of the taverns. We have a person with us who likes to entertain people. He's very good at juggling apples. Don't know why that makes any sense. Just side note, do I remember the tavern name that we stay at?
Do you remember it?
Where's the map at?
While he thinks, can I cast Divine Sense on the woman?
Wait, you just like stood next to her, just like, oh.
No, I'm halfway.
As you pass, you want to do it? Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Can I make like a history check or something?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, intelligence check. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. This might not.
I'm just gonna fake going to the toilet and then walk by them, I guess.
Yeah, well, you can just leave and do it.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah. What did you roll? Yeah, 17. You know it's the Oaken Stag. Yeah.
Oh, we like to hang out a lot in the Oaken Stag. Only there for drinks throughout the evening, and then we leave. But if you ever want to come by, or I can even walk you there if you would like to have a sit down, drink more. I mean, whatever fits you. I mean, you're obviously very high classed. I mean, obviously. I mean, look at you. You're absolutely beautiful.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. I really shouldn't leave my brother on his own here, though.
Yes,
It
totally
would be unfair. But if you ever find yourself in this side of the neighborhood again, pop in. Maybe I'll be here. We could have a drink again.
Of course. Yeah. Definitely. I'll definitely have to do that.
Yeah, and at that, she gives you a peck on your cheek, and then she steps up and walks over to the bar.
Andros is gonna get up and very he's very obviously he's very nervous, very very lost of words at the moment. He'll walk over to the party and take a seat next whoever the free seat is.
Oh, we're leaving.
Well, yeah,
they're
they're
walking out?
all about to leave.
He's gonna
Yeah.
just join up with them and he's not gonna say a
Mhm.
word. He's just
And
Did I
very
sense
silent.
anything, by the way?
No, nothing at all.
Okay.
I was about to come to you as soon as Eagle had finished. But yeah, no, nothing at all. There's nothing untoward. She's not a fiend in disguise.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she seems to be a regular elven woman. And yeah,
Cool.
you guys leave the tavern. And now, because
We're in the city.
you're in the city now, not just in a tavern. I'll put you on the map.
Yay.
So where are you guys going?
Home?
Let's go to the Yusuf's actually first.
What time is it?
I would say it was around about, I think it was 6-ish, right? That Sigbert turned up. So
Mm.
after all of that, it's probably been a
7,
few
7:30.
hours. I would say it's
Ooh.
been a good few hours. I'd say you're coming to 8:30, 9-ish at this point.
Oof.
Well, we could see if he's still up, and I kind of want to inquire about the gems and stuff.
Mhm.
I'd
I
say
guess
it's
we
too
will
late.
pass.
We shouldn't
Well-
bother him at night.
We should. We clearly should.
We're
We
walking
can.
past.
Why-
We
We're walking
should.
past it. We could
you
check.
know he has a family, right? Like he's not just some guy. Do we not let him have time with his
if he's busy,
with his family?
then he's busy.
We can talk to
You-
him in the morning.
Mr.
Maybe if we
Uncle,
didn't have to wait for
people
you.
are after us.
Things are happening.
Okay, just because people are after us does not give us the right to bother someone who has nothing to do with the problems we are facing.
Oh, you think he has nothing to do with it anymore?
No, I think we did our job with him, and he's there to give us information when we need it.
He
Other
gave
than
us
that, why do we
information.
We
bother
need
the
it.
guy?
We need it.
Exactly,
We
we need-
it.
Like
He
right
gave us
at this
now,
moment.
Andros. He
Yes.
gave us the information. He was already in it.
Contessa's gonna march ahead to like let's go.
Also, Andres,
Weird.
you completely missed the whole conversation that we had.
I didn't need to be at the conversation to understand that we shouldn't be bothering somebody.
Also, speaking of that, are you going horse riding?
What?
At that comment of you going horse riding and Andros saying, what? We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, because I've just seen what the time is. We're a little bit late on the break. But it's all good. Yeah, we'll have a quick break now, and we'll be back in like 5 or so minutes, and we will carry on with this segment of them going towards Featherstones and then the Oaken Stag. So, guys, be back in 5. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack, and we'll be back in a minute. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
I kind of like quickly
Very
motion her to put
confused.
those down. And I look
Very
at the man.
confused, looks back at you like, the fuck?
I look at the orc man. I'm like, she's new around here. She doesn't know what that means. We're gonna go. Your problem was with me, not her, by the way. So how about you don't bring her involved? And I
Just
kind of
like-
scurry her along. I scurry her out. Like,
He looks very confused. But yeah,
And
you guys-
I just sort of walk off and I'm like, new greeting.
and as you guys get outside,
And this time, the hum is very silent but hearable for everybody around. Here we go, let me out the cage. People make my head go round, ending in a rage.
Oh god.
And that's where Melody loses her mind and she starts to go into a rage.
Santa, can you please shoot Santa?
Did you see Santa? Ho, ho, ho! That is where the curtains close.
Melody
and
is
the
just
stand
drooling.
ends.
Melody is drooling, guys.
And that is the end of the session, guys. It went on way later than it was meant to. I'm really sorry, but I wanted to finish that up. So yeah, thank you very much for sticking around. That was fun. Then it's the gingerbread men's turns, who start ripping their limbs off and throwing them at you. You can go this one, yeah, that'll be fine. Because if you go
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yeah, that's actually just bang on.
Yeah, all right. I'll move there.
Okay,
And I'll
yeah.
just, I don't know, check the surroundings or like just, I'm aware of something more.
Yeah, you can hear more and more stuff coming from this way.
Good. I guess.
At the end of that, Melody.
Yeah.
Ones that are here. So for now, we end combat.
Wait, what?
Swarm is also dead.
What about the swarm?
It's a
Oh.
swarm?
Wait there. Oh,
Good
it's got
job,
rid of
bud.
them all. No! Wait, can I bring them back? Oh, I completely forgot about the swarm. Okay, I think next up was
Me.
Alfred. Yes, it was Alfred. Alfred, yeah, you're up. I completely forgot about the swarm.
Sorry. I will dip in the jar and just put it down for him to eat from.
Yeah, he starts eating it. Erhard, can you roll me 2d6, please?
Me? Sure.
Yep.
What have you done?
The frog dies.
Whoops.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, don't eat it. Whoops. I liked it.
We got no performance.
From your brother, Santa.
From your beautiful, handsome brother, Santa! You ugly fucker! And you don't fire one!
It'd be so funny.
Come on, you gotta hit.
Please!
That hits. Oh, wait.
Is it 1 health?
Please!
So you know.
And we can kill him forever. If we can
And you
plan
have the
this
stone
right.
tablet.
Was
Yeah.
that
And I
before
have
and
the
after
stone-
you already took his side, or what was it?
No,
When did you
Don Ross,
decide to be like, you know
Don
what?
Ross.
You know what?
Wait,
Maybe
Don Ross,
Don
Don
Ross
Ross,
has a
calm.
plan here. You
No,
was on his side before he walked over to you and started talking to you. You
Okay,
already
Don
bowed
Ross.
out. You already bowed out to him before.
No,
I
this is
watched
where
it.
your
I was
child
looking from
brain
the back.
takes over your little peanut brain. Don Ross, listen to me, right? You've been on this earth longer than me, but you don't understand shit. Listen, you need to listen. You need to figure out what the hell is going on before you draw your conclusions or your bow. Okay?
There is
So
a
that's what
conclusion.
we're doing.
That dude's the
That's
cause
what
of
we're
the bad
doing.
shit that's happening to these people, and we just let them walk
are not
out
the
free
cause
just
of
to
this.
continue to do bad shit.
Two books I think were pretty good. And then afterwards I kind of heard that they like rushed the author.
Oh no! We have
Oh no!
Yay!
Our first one! Our first
You're famous!
Finally! Do you wanna be
Sorry,
famous?
yes! You'll never be famous.
I don't know, like for me I didn't like the last couple books out of the Aragon one.
And before I stand up, Melody is clearly humming in herself, like, woodworking, let's get cool my nerves, let's make not a misery, nobody gets hurt. Oh wait, I'm coming.
Up the carpets.
Sure, as there are people eating in the cafeteria, and you just start pulling all the carpets up, and they're like, wow, 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 wow. As like you just start pulling them, and they're like falling over, and food's going everywhere.
Wow, 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 wow. I like that. I'm gonna write that in my new song.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can come as a
Nature, yes.
It has a magical nature of it, yes.
Oh wait, let me just cat, shut up. There we go.
Also, do you have some animals rocking around here?
Yes, my cat, Mittens. It's just over there. He's playing with his favorite toy.
Oh, bless you, cat.
He's lovely. Oh, he answered.
It's a very responsive cat.
Yes, tell me about it. But yes, follow me to the arcade section. Like I said, there's a limited Mittens. Come along then, and he leads you to the arcade library. In this public library, there is only a small section because stood walking his way through the tavern. You see Alistair start walking towards the doors, and he stops as the two guards look towards him and the doors close behind them.
On second thought, I'll go with you guys. We can just go ahead and head that way. You know, we'll just let's just move on. Let's not waste our time here, right? Let's just not waste.
Hearing that his brother had got him a gift, such a cool, excellent gift, his heart stops and he just vanishes.
Our dad's gonna whip the weapon in his hands, blow the smoke. And I want to know this. I saved Christmas. Santa owes me a big reward for this.
You saved Christmas?
I did.
And as you're all Well, good for you.
Very
It's-
low.
Hello. Welcome back. Welcome. Tell us what snacks you got. Tell us what drinks you got. We'd love to know in the chat. You know, D&D's nothing without your drinks and your snacks. I think everyone here has got... Oh, what the hell are they? Crisp what? What does that say? Oh, Chips Frisk?
Ooh.
Is that...
Chips Frisch.
Wait,
It's a German brand, but essentially
right.
it's like Lay's, but German
Oh,
stuff.
got it. Yeah, like Walker's
Salt and
Lay's,
vinegar.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, cool. What have you got, Eagle? What are you drinking? Monster? Nice. Not sponsored, but yeah, nice. What's everyone else got? You have got... I saw Creep with like a Coke or a Pepsi or something else.
Everyone's just
and
grabbing
Cheetos.
this. Ah,
Cheetos?
love
What have you got?
Cheetos.
What have you got, Smitty? Water?
Just H2O.
That matches.
Boring.
What happened to
Boring.
Tim? Oh, he's back. And what's everyone got in chat? What do we got? We got Amma with some salt licorice and Pepsi Max with mango? Wait, that sounds...
What?
Yeah, what? Hello?
Does that exist?
Yeah, that... I want to know what that tastes like now.
I mean, I've seen questionable meals of Amma in my Discord, so it won't be the first one.
Shion loves her mango salads. Amma loves his Pepsi Max mango.
Mango. Woohoo.
Mangoes. Yeah, sounds wild. It's crazy. Tim's got a 0 cal monster to push you through the workday. Well, hopefully that'll end.
There's a funny fresh
relatively
as well.
soon. Yeah, and I have got you know, the healing curative powers of strawberry flavored water, and I just got myself a Coke as well because I fancied one. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I thought I had a Coke, but Tim added Malibu to it.
Ooh,
So it's
right,
gonna
well,
be
it is-
real life drunk Shion now.
It is the
It's a
weekend.
good
It is the weekend. This will good. This
I have to work in the morning.
Ah, yes. Well, let's get back into it. We are going to say that over the break, the gang let Andros know what was said inside of the tavern regarding the requisition and the crooked clasp. So he's also caught up to date. So as they are walking towards Featherstones, do you guys want to continue your conversation?
I mean, sure.
Sure, go for it.
So, by the way, Shion, what was the way you were sitting at that table when you were up there trying to gamble?
And how is it you know this exactly?
Oh, Brasa can help me do that. Brasa can go up there and do some spying, and I was able to look through his eyes, essentially.
Okay, so I pause for like a little while as I sort of compute that, and like, okay, you know what the lady was doing to you? The elvish lady? I was trying to do the same thing, only with the men upstairs.
What was the lady trying to do?
Well, it seemed she was interested in a bit more than just your stories.
I think we are good friends. I would say. I think you know I made a new friend.
That's wonderful, darling.
Yeah. She seems very interested in my life. You know, Maeve was like one of the first ones to be interested, and now her. So it's pretty nice to have people actually interested in me, and who I am.
Sounds like Maeve and Andros have a lot to learn. Just gonna
All
say
I'm
that.
getting out of this is that we're all going horse riding together.
No,
Oh no.
no.
Why not?
Because
Can you
no.
ride horses, Donros?
What do y'all mean with horseback? Wait, why are we talking about horse riding?
We
What does that
were
do with you?
trying to explain to Maeve what you're doing with the lady, and she
Huh?
kind of has as much of a clue as you do.
What do you mean? Wait. You mean I was trying to take her horse riding?
Yeah.
There is no place here to take her to go horse riding.
I mean, do you even fit on a horse,
Oh,
Donros?
Exactly. Is anything, I'll be carrying
It's not
her
about
around.
the horse riding.
Well,
What?
that's what you guys
If
told me.
anything, instead of
It's
her
what they
riding a
do
horse, you can just ride on
after
me.
the horse riding.
Yes, she would.
Yeah, she can just ride on the top of my back. She can ride on me instead.
She won't be
Oh,
on your
She
back.
can definitely ride
certainly
you.
can.
Some old, really crusty, drunkard man walks past. He's like, "Yeah, she can," as he just like stumbles past. And yeah, your
Maeve is
conversation
just
carries on.
very puzzled now. She was like, I understand, and then slowly was like, I don't think I do.
I think that lady wanted to ride something else than a horse.
Hey, back
No,
to
no, no.
topic at hand. what are we gonna do about the clasp guys or the requisition?
Let's go finish that up when we get to the tavern / Yusuf's.
Sure.
I don't
you
want
use
to.
it.
I don't feel safe here because it's darker. It's getting darkish now, right?
Oh yeah, it's the street lamps are on.
Andros is gonna make a look around to see if anyone's following them
Roll
or
me a
watching
perception
them.
check.
I guess Contessa will do the same because she's kind of on guard.
Yeah, as you guys peer about looking around, there's no one following you. The drunken man has just stumbled into an alleyway nearby, and then you can start to hear the trickling of water. And yeah, other than that, there are a few people out and about. There's a couple of like horse and carts like delivering some goods in the middle of the night. As well as the occasional guard, a couple of guards that normally patrol in twos, and you can see them walking about. And then, all of a sudden, out the corner of your eye, Contessa, you see a figure fly across the sky. But because it's so dark, it's very hard to see.
I'm just gonna assume it was a
But you
Valkyrie.
just catch it, yeah.
Well,
So, when you guys were talking to Siegbert, did he mention, like, you guys talked about the clasp, you talked about the requisition. Did he mention any telling signs of knowing who might work for the requisition?
can I roll an intelligence check? Because I legitimately don't know.
You have the information that you have.
I don't think he did. Like, they're obviously very wealthy. And they came from the Bernardos, so that's all we know.
And he mentioned
Currently.
warehouses in the Canopy Ward, I think you said.
Yes,
Yes,
but there are
yes.
probably many of them.
Yeah. Maybe Yusuf knows more about the Bernardos back then, and maybe they have the same hideouts now.
Interesting.
But
And I will
we should-
say, you appear outside of Featherstones, and all the lights are off on the inside.
makes
Well,
sense.
I guess we can come back in the morning.
We can always just knock on the door. If it doesn't open, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's knock.
Yeah, you knock. No answer.
He probably, he doesn't live in the store, right?
Nope.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll just go back to the
I-
tavern, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's in our tavern. He was there tonight.
Oh, yeah, maybe he's lounging around.
So,
Could be.
short question, Onion.
Mhm.
If I were to say, I send Olaf out into town, like let's say towards the Bramble Boar and the Canopy Ward,
Yeah.
could I have him scout, so to speak, like to check if he sees any guys with the crooked clasp brooch, or anyone going into any kind of sewer entrances or whatever?
So you want Olaf as a weasel
Mm.
to run around the Flint Ward or the Canopy Ward to look for crooked clasp members and follow them? Is that what you want him to
And
do?
yeah, to kind
'Cause
of
you
see
would
where
have
they're
to-
coming from, where they're going.
Yeah, because of the range, you won't. Once he's found them, it's not like he can tell you. So you'd have to issue him a command, and then he would just basically go and do that objective. So there'd be an end point to the objective. So
But there's no exact range, so to speak, so I can just tell
so
them like do this and
100%. Yeah, so you can send Olaf out to go and scout around the Brambled Boar
Yeah.
and follow and try and gather information on the Crooked Clasp.
yeah, where they
Yeah,
might
sure.
be hiding, so to speak,
Yeah.
if they like maybe even
worries.
find the entrance to the hideout or
Mhm.
something. And preferably stealthily, but I mean he's an animal, like what they're
Roll me a
gonna
stealth
do.
check then, please.
He's
Very
yeah,
nice.
that's a nine.
And a perception. And
Sure.
then I will come back to you with some information later on.
Yes!
As you guys wander off. Yeah. As Olaf scurries off into the night, and then, yeah, you see him duck into a different alleyway, not the same. Duck into a different alleyway, and yeah, he's gone. And then your connection to him is out of the range, but he's still, like, up. if you know what I mean. Yeah.
I just want to remind you guys that I can also do a little bit of stuff like stealthy things around here. You know,
No, not today.
We need to get
Not
together.
today. Not alone. Not alone. Okay.
I can literally go in like full no one can see me mode.
We need to discuss our equipment situation first.
For what?
We have to prepare for
You realize
battle.
we're gonna basically invade.
We are
Right?
going to
Bandit lair.
raid a bandit base.
We did it with the one people at the one mountain. I mean, we got
What?
it,
The
right?
gnolls are quite different than fully equipped bandits that know combat.
May I remind you?
Also, we didn't
you
fight
guys
them.
didn't want to fight them really, especially not Ashriel. So this is similar.
Yeah, we
So we
only
should
fought
be
like
prepared.
10 gnolls. There could be like 30, 50 bandits.
Who knows? They could have a whole army somewhere beneath the sewers. We do not know this.
So we
So
keep going, I guess.
yeah,
We'll
we can
keep
keep
going to the
walking.
tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the tavern.
Cool.
As we walk
Guys.
there, can I
Mhm.
can I ask Arcturus, by any chance, have you been able to find the time to get some tinkering tools?
Nope.
Too bad.
Ooh, new music.
As you guys are finally arrive at the Oaken Stag. As you walk on in, it's quite quiet. It's not too busy right now. There's a few people in here, but yeah, it's relatively quiet. It looks to be because I'd say with the walk, yeah, it's probably like 9:30. So it's coming towards the sort of time where they've got about an hour and a half before they start closing up. And yeah,
Is
on in.
Yusuf here?
Yusuf is not in the tavern, no.
He's probably at his own home.
So you guys want to head to bed, or should we have some supper?
Why don't we? Should
We can
let's
order
just go-
room service
Did,
kind of thing,
did
right?
you not have enough cheese over at the
We can order room
over at
service
the
kind of thing,
ground?
right?
Well, I'm asking since I don't know. I feel like getting the mood up a bit, maybe.
Well,
I
we
could
can also
perform
we
for half an
could-
hour.
and order food up, so we can discuss
Yeah.
the
I
money
feel pretty good
the
right
food.
now.
I feel
That
I want to
lady?
skip the food.
That lady gave me a smooch on the cheek, man. I feel pretty. You know, I feel like I've made a really good friend today.
He's lost the plot.
You surely did. Yeah.
Is that what friends do?
I guess so.
Certain friends, yeah.
Who go horse riding?
Oh god.
What kind of horse riding? Can y'all just tell me what kind of horse riding we're talking about?
Maeve's parents like to horse ride and get wild.
They told me that you were looking for love, like my parents have love, and then I said, "Oh yeah, it's kind of different. They go horse riding with each
No.
other, and I don't go with them. So I didn't used to go
No.
with them. So
No, I'm not
basically,
looking-
The lady was. I assure you.
Wait, she was?
Why else would she peck you on the cheek?
I thought that was some weird thing this place does. I don't know. Maybe when you get someone views you as a really good friend, you know, they I don't know. This place is weird, man.
You
Well,
guys
it's
are really good
exactly-
friends.
Huh?
Yeah.
We're good friends. You don't see me kissing fucking everybody.
Wait, you guys aren't from Arkenvale though, right?
But we human.
No, but I live.
This
I
huge
live
tribe,
close
they do
by.
things
I
very
live-
differently, okay?
I live
I don't
close
know what
by,
this
so I
tribe
would know
does compared
custom.
to the other people, compared to Ashendale, you know?
is this tribe?
It's not really tribes here, you know.
It's not. There's yeah.
Wait, what? What do you mean they're not?
It's
Wait,
a
does-
kingdom, haven't you
Does
heard?
Andros
Yeah,
not
the-
really?
The Arkenvale has a tribe. This is the tribe of Arkenvale, right?
Does Andros legitimately not understand
Get the
that?
concept of a city?
That explains so much.
I mean,
now,
I had a
honestly.
town, like the town of where my tribe lived in. You know, like we all had our own like city, town that our tribe was from. I thought
Right.
this was like the tribe of Arkenvale. Or
No,
whatever.
let's start it very slowly. Have you
Okay.
noticed when we came here from Karas? A lot of things are connected. A lot of people know. The guards all listen to Arkenvale. So Arkanvale's kind of a sovereign of a big area.
So
So-
they're
Yes.
like the bigger, stronger tribe, and all the other
Uh,
smaller tribes out there, they kind of listen to them because they're like the bosses running it, right? It's
in
kind
a
of like
sense,
Close
but
enough.
this city is where kind of all tribes come together and mingle, kind of thing. It's not a one tribe. It's
I just don't
you know
think they call it tribes.
they don't call it tribes, but I'm trying
It's a
to
That's all
kingdom.
get
the
him to understand.
yeah.
Quick question: are you having this conversation just all stood up in the pub?
I thought we went to a room.
Are you got? Yeah, no. You can go to your room. Are you all going into one room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, no worries then. Yeah, you're all in a room. We'll say Arcturus's room for this one, and you're all sat in his room.
I'm confused here, okay? Because back where I was from, right? We had tribes,
Yeah.
right? We had my tribe, the Loxodon tribe. We had the Elf tribe, which was Nadi was from, and that's how we
Yeah.
we aligned with them. We had a like a Tabaxi tribe. We had I mean, there kind of was a Leonin tribe, but no one really knows about them anymore. I mean, there was just a lot of different tribes. There was a lot of different groups out there in Fortis, the desert of Fortis.
basically, it's similar, just that it's gone a step further. Let's say all the tribes come together and form one mixed tribe, and you call that a city. And then at some point, a city reaches out and has more cities and villages and whatever, and they all kind of govern together.
And every
And-
few years they'll have an election. Well, I
And
don't
that's
know
why
actually how it
Seabird
works.
is so
Election?
important. Yeah.
You guys don't have
That's-
like a council of like your strongest warriors, and they go picking who should be the next like
They
leader.
have a council, but they're not
Okay.
about warriors. They're more about advising,
Well, and
Advising?
also
intelligence, like to
Yeah,
because
that's why you have scouts, right? Scouts get all the intelligence. That's what I was. I was a scout, back in my tribe. For the Loxodon military. Yeah, I was a scout. I used to go get information.
with the
you sure
intelligence.
show that sometimes.
Yeah, I was actually going out to get information on the Imperium, like the group, before
Cool.
my dad
Anyways,
died in Boston.
so that's what that nice little jousting game is about. Like some of the people, they do this little hierarchy thing. Who's the strongest?
That's such a weird sport. You guys don't just have like people smacking each other with their tusks and trunks and trying to knock each other out of the ring.
Have you
Whoever
looked at?
last
you
one
looked at it?
standing wins.
Those are called brawls. They'll just fight each other with fists, though, not tusks.
Right.
You may
You
have
know
noticed,
this.
darling, that we don't have tusks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you guys don't have tusks, but I'm saying you guys don't have like a fight like that, right? You guys don't like have a ring. You guys go at each other. Whoever's like the first one knocked out,
Oh,
or
darling, we have to take you to the gladiatorial pits of Alakash. I'm sure you would absolutely love it. It would remind you of home.
Yes,
My
he would
bets are
make
on
an excellent
Onros if we go
slave.
there, please.
Yeah, I would bet again with him.
listen.
Anyway,
At this point, Arcturus
Contestants,
is like standing in the corner with his arms
Yeah.
across his body, his eyes closed, and he's just like, guys, we're losing time, precious time.
Yeah.
We have to prepare. We came up with a plan. We have to stick to it.
yeah. So, three pouches of gold are plopped onto our table, I guess. We need to figure out what equipment we can get with this without, taking 2 hours to shop.
I don't need anything. I'm kind of,
We need health potions.
okay. Yeah.
Health potions, maybe a smoke grenade, if we can find something like that. Something that can give us smoke.
Can I have those?
Keep us hidden.
Do
Can I
those
have
exist?
those?
Do those
I
exist
would
in this?
totally love throwing some
I've
smoke
no idea.
grenades.
But do we know where to find the ones we look for?
Without. I'm just gonna say this: if we purchase all of this from the same place, it's kind of suspicious.
That's fine.
How about we? Man, the only thing that sucks is the one group, the lower class group. They already kind of been watching us, right? If there's any reason at all that they're somehow connected with the requisition, whatever they're called, I mean, if they notice, because they've been trying to watch us for quite a bit. If they even notice we're buying things like this, they're gonna know we're up to something in the city. And who's to say that they're not gonna go tell them that we're on to something? You know what I mean?
Well,
If only we knew someone within the city walls who could do the shopping for us.
Oh.
well,
Right.
or we just make it seem like like some of us go to the council, talk about the sinkhole situation, and make it seem like we're preparing for that.
And then don't go.
But they don't know we're after the sinkhole situation. They don't know anything about that. That's just us
That's
kind of.
why I'm saying make
literally
it
just said-
obvious that we're going to the council and taking the job.
But Erhard, they don't know that they did not hear about us possibly going to the sinkhole mission, right? So what was that? What were us faking going to the council gonna show them when we walk in and just walk out?
Just now you thought they watching us.
Yeah, you
Right,
just
but
said
they're
they're
not. They
watching
don't
us.
just hear everything that we talk about.
Okay,
They
how are
not
they
hear
gonna?
Know what they hear and what they don't hear.
exactly.
don't
So
know.
we can't just assume they know it or they don't know it, right?
So now we just
So
sit in
we're
our
now,
rooms and
now we're
twiddle our
just
thumbs.
so we're now we're
No.
just stuck.
Maeve had a
Again.
really good suggestion. We know someone inside the walls who can easily go get this stuff for us. We
Yusuf, but
use
that-
that, go get the stuff, while we try to start focusing on getting information about where this group even is inside the city. Where do we even start looking for them? We know the two
We
wards
need-
they're possibly at, right?
We need to talk to him anyway.
Exactly.
Yusuf, regardless. He might even have an answer on where the more specific locations are. And perhaps he wants to do some shopping with us, even if it means that maybe one of us has to go with him.
Arcturus at this point is like pretty fed up about nothing happening at all. Just chatting, just coming up with plans and going around and around and around. That he decides to walk out the door and head downstairs. And before he leaves the room, Arcturus says, "I'm going to check out the canopy wards. If anyone wants to join me, you know where to find me."
Say what?
I'll go
Wait.
with him. Andras is gonna walk out with him.
Me too.
Why are we splitting up again?
I don't
Because-
know. I have no
Because
idea.
we are wasting
I'm
time,
just-
Erhard. We are talking and talking and talking for days now. We have been in this city for a couple of times, and we know where to go. We know what to do, but nobody's doing it.
But whoa, Arcturus. Again, we don't know the capabilities of the right. Like, what you're asking us to do is go into a ward that, again, we are kind of new to the city. We don't know what
See,
kind of, like, as someone said before, we don't know what kind of
Andros,
capabilities
you
this group
fought
has.
in wars.
Yes,
Let-
You
that's
fought
like,
off-
listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened the last time my tribe did this. I'm very, very knowledgeable what happened, right? My tribe sent me and a few of our Loxons up to go do the same damn thing, pretty much, to the Imperium. You know what happened when we did that with the Imperium, Mr. Arcturus? My father's probably dead, Brasta died, and a few other, probably all those Loxons besides me are dead. Because we decided to go walk up to a group we had no information about and try to pick a fight, right?
That is
I
true,
get
but
it.
that's not the
I
same
get it.
situation. But
I get it. No.
Arcturus is fed up. Arcturus is fed up that you keep giving problems but no solutions.
I'm
That's
giving you
the
a solution
thing.
right now. Maeve gave a pretty good fucking start, right? Let's try to get some information on this group before we just waltz in and try to pick a fight. Before we even know what
But
we're
you-
getting into. They could
You know-
outnumber us literally 30-1, and then we're just what? Then what? What do you want us to do then, Contessa?
Would it be weird for us to have a wander to cabin that might be in the canopy ward as we are visitors, and then go back home?
Yes, at this point, I think it would be sus, but we need to do something.
Why? We've been out drinking. We might go from one place to another.
Well, I
Yeah,
did
but,
mention before the canopy void is full of, pickpockets and all that.
You think we
Yeah,
cannot
and it's-
handle a pickpocket, darling? If
it's
anything, we
next-
put a dagger
on.
to his throat and ask him, where's your master?
I'm not talking about handling, I'm talking about getting pickpocketed.
If you don't have money, you don't have anything to pickpocket.
Exactly.
Leave our coin in here. Leave our coin in the room.
So,
Problem solved. I'll go with you, Arctur.
Are you guys coming? Or are you staying here?
Are we going for a walk?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna also follow because it's kind of Erhard agrees with what Arcturus was saying. He just doesn't feel too good
I'm not
about
gonna
it.
bring fucking 1,500 gold to the fucking canopy.
No,
board.
I'm also bringing 20. I'll leave the rest in my room.
I
Do
guess
you all
Contessa has
leave?
to stay behind. Well,
What?
because I'm not gonna leave 1,500 gold here either.
Listen,
Put
here's,
it in your fridge or something.
here's what
I
I
don't
say,
know.
right?
Give it to Arcturus to
I
put it in his
agree.
amulet.
I
Put in
agree
the-
in a potential us going out looking for a group, but if we're gonna do that, we have to play to our advantages and not just wally-dag, like just randomly walk around as if we're trying to look for something.
So then I'm asking you again, Andros.
Isn't that what you did the first
What
day?
are we doing? You can't say we can't do this or we can't do that. We have to do something. So if you have something to propose, this is your
Len, you
chance.
gotta mute.
Otherwise, we go.
Right. Again, the proposition was right from Maeve's perspective, right? If we start with getting the information that we know someone in the village, the city, right? We get the information from that person, right? We already get a step into where we need to do, right? We're looking at this like, in my opinion, right? How this should be played is very to a point to where we still have the element of they do not know we're after them, right?
They do.
Again, once they pick up word that we're on to or we're trying to find them, they're gonna be prepared, right? We don't want that. Because again, we don't know how many people they have. We don't know what they have. We don't know what kind of resources they have to throw at us, anything like that, right? But if we start by getting the
Exactly,
information
darling.
first, or we start by getting the information from the people we know, then we
If we-
continue to go off that until we.
Darling, if we waltz in now, they never expect us.
And that's why
But
I'm
we don't
leaving now.
expect. We don't know what they have. We don't know what they have. What if we walk in, right? Let me throw this proposition at you, right? What if we
Are
walk
you
in? Let's say they
Andros,
have
are you scared?
30 men. Let's say they have 30 people.
Andros,
Good,
if you're not
well-armed.
prepared,
Andros, if
you
you're
can back out.
scared, you can
You can
stay
back
home.
out.
I'm not backed up. I'm not scared. I've had experience in this similar fucking situation that y'all are just trying to do now.
You were in a completely different situation.
How is it
You were
completely
going
different?
up against a kingdom.
That we
I
didn't
will-
know about.
tribe.
We had no idea what this group
Also,
was.
Matt, Arcturus walks out.
Yeah, I was about to say,
I
as
will-
this
I will just follow.
conversation as this conversation starts going underway, a door opens in the corridor and a dwarven man steps out and says, "Alright, you lot, have your conversation in your fucking room or go fucking downstairs, alright? Ain't having this. I'm trying to fucking sleep." And then he
Contessa-
slams the door.
Contessa, darling, ask Goloin to look after the money.
Yeah. Is Galoin staying here, right?
He's in one of the rooms next to you lot, yeah.
I'm gonna
have
go
one.
find his and then.
Yeah, Galoin happily takes the money and will look after it for the evening, including your
Thank you.
owl.
Yeah. I don't have time to mess with my owl. I'm sorry. I don't want to bring it either because it might die. But yeah, let's go.
You all leave?
Yes.
Does
Andros,
leave?
Maeve?
Yeah.
Andros?
He will reluctantly follow.
Okay. You guys start leaving the tavern after shortly just being here, and you start heading towards the canopy ward. Which way do you go? Just down the main street, like up to here? Cool. What is your agenda? What is your plan when you get to the canopy ward? What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you're hoping to achieve?
I think it's best if we look out for any suspicious activity. If we can see whether people are behaving differently from others, that it's obviously that they're up to something. And
You can check out the tavern too.
yeah, we can check out the tavern.
So you
there's
want to
one
look
in
for
Canopy
suspicious
Ward, right?
activity, and you want to try and find the tavern, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's make this a group skill challenge.
Okay.
Can everybody roll me a perception check, please? I have a DC in mind, a combined total DC that you have to achieve to
Ah.
find the things you're looking for.
Okay.
So
well,
all of your efforts are combined here.
I will have a
God damn it,
lucky
guys,
roll,
what
please.
the hell, guys?
Sure,
Come
go
on.
for it. You can roll lucky, by all means.
Sure.
Please,
So I just re-roll, right?
Yes,
We
yeah, let's roll
fail.
again.
please, they're hard.
Hello?
Oh.
Is it happening? No.
Ah.
Hello? It's not there.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, well,
So
whatever.
let me add up your totals. That's 40, 51. That's 61. That is 60. Wait, that one 69 plus 9 is 78.
Are we 2 points away from the DC?
As you're walking around,
Oh, sorry.
that's okay.
It's
That's fine.
Delayed.
That's fine. As you're walking around, you do spot a couple of individuals that are stood on street corners. And as you get relatively close, but not approach them, you pass them. They eye you up, see where you're going. And when you get about 20, 25 feet away, one of them, there's like two people on a corner, one of them ducks into an alleyway. You notice that as one of the things. You also notice that a larger building with balconies around the outside, it seems to be like a flat sort of district. There are a few people just leaning over the balconies, just watching you as you walk through. A group of small 15-year-old children come out at some point. One of them goes to go for you, like run towards you, and then the others seem to pull him back and start pointing at Andros. And then they walk away. You also notice there are quite a lot of warehouses within this district. This definitely seems like some sort of industrial ward, maybe storage units or something like that. And some of them are working through the night. There are delivery crates and carts turning up, and they're unloading and loading into different areas. All of which seem to be manned by thuggish-looking, brutish people. This definitely seems to be the stereotype of the Canopy Ward.
Mm-hmm.
But with your 78, you do come across a small tavern on the corner of a street. And painted in red on a wooden board,
Oh no.
you see the Ruby's Rest.
Oh.
And you see two flickering red lights on the outside of the building, and two double doors, quite large, with steps going up to them, and brass doorknobs. And you see a red canopy over the top to keep like rain off of it. But it looks a little run down. It doesn't look like it's particularly grand. What do you guys do?
You guys fancy a drink?
Yeah. What was that other building that had the balcony? People over the balcony?
They were like flats, apartments.
Can we afford a drink if we've left our money at home?
I have
I
10
still
gold.
have my.
I have a
We have
little
some
bit.
money. Yeah, we have some money.
I have like
I have 40.
I have 13 gold.
We'll
I
be
have a strange feeling that I won't be looked at weirdly in here.
I have a
Probably
strange
not.
feeling that we won't be paying for our drinks.
Or that much.
You walk in.
Before
You
we
see the opposite's gonna happen with me and Shion this time.
before you walk in, I would like
I'll stay to the back for a bit.
Before we walk in, I would like to summon Akeda and ask her or give her the order to watch from the roofs across the street if any suspicious things are happening from the outside going to the inside.
Not a problem. Do you want to roll me a perception check for Kada as Kada goes and flies up onto the roof?
Yeah, sure. How do I do that with Kada?
If you go to Kada's sheet, she should have a separate sheet, and if you click into it, you should be able to roll perception. If perception isn't there, just roll wisdom.
Like I should be aligned with skills.
Yeah, should be under the skills section. Because that's an NPC sheet, so it is a little bit different. There you go. Perfect. 18, yeah. As Kada perches up on top of one of the roofs and just keeps watch of the streets below. You all walk in, and as you walk on in, you step through the doors, and you see some of the floorboards with cracks in and grime and looking a little bit disheveled. And as you walk on in, the bar is almost empty. There are glass planes on the booths that line the sides of this tavern, with smashed glass and cracked glass. You see tears in the leather of the seats. You see broken tankards on the floor. And at one corner of the room, you see a gentleman. You see a tabaxi gentleman with his legs crossed, playing a lute with one string. And he's just plucking the lute. And as you look further, you then see the dishevelled looking bar that loops round. And behind it, you see a dwarven man, quite a large, muscular dwarven man with long grey hair that goes just past his shoulders. You can see there are scars up his face, and he's missing quite a few teeth. And what looks to be like, where his ears stick out, a bite mark from the top of one of his ears. And he spits into a cup, puts a cloth into it, and is cleaning the inside of it out. He looks up at you all. He says, "What the fuck do you lot want?" And that is where we will end tonight's session.
No!
As you all enter the Ruby's Rest.
No.
And that's it tonight, guys. That's going to be the end of it. I thought it was a great time to end rather than starting a conversation there. But yes, that is it. That is the end. We will be back next week, obviously, with some more, which should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what the gang do. They finally just went, "Sod it, we're going in," and they've gone into the canopy ward, and now they are surrounded because all the houses are full of thieves and all crooked like people and just commoners that can't afford a better place to live. But yeah, you guys are in a bit of dangerous territory in some hot water maybe, but you guys are in the canopy ward. You are at the Ruby's Rest, and that is where we will pick up for next week. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed that. I hope you lot enjoyed that, and I hope the rest of you enjoyed it. Let's go around the room real quick and introduce, say where we can find us. Tim, why don't you take it away first?
Will do it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. As you may know, I am the male half of Team Logic NL, and you can find me on the Team Logic NL Twitch channel playing Pokemon infused with RimWorld, and tomorrow we are going to continue our Legend of Ash Ketchum. So yeah, be there. See you tomorrow.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have Eagle. Eagle, take it away.
Hello, how's everyone doing? I'm Eagle. You can find me over at Eagle Outlaw. Also, make sure you go follow the Instagram. Yeah, the Instagram, and then you can also follow the Twitter. You can also follow the Twitter. Make sure you go follow that stuff. Yeah. And yeah, hope see you guys next Friday.
Awesome. And below Eagle, we have Smitty. Smitty, take it away.
Hello, I'm Smitty. You can find me streaming from Saturdays up through Wednesdays, doing a bunch of Breath of the Wild, currently suffering through Master Mode Sword Trials, which is great. And otherwise, you can find me in these guys' channels when I can. And yeah, go follow the socials as well. We post stuff there.
Yes. What was it? Social the follows as well.
Yeah,
Social
the follows.
Awesome. And the other side of the screen, Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb. You'll find me over on, Twitch with Agent Zeb. Usually in the mornings and in the evenings sometimes. And yeah, playing lots of variety. And yeah, just having a grand time with like RPG strategies. Some older games, some newer games. A lot of mix.
Awesome. And above Zeb, we have Creed. Creed, take it away.
Hey guys, it's Guildmaster Creed. I'm on a hiatus. I don't know when I'll be back. I just need to find time to like sit down and figure out my setup again because I moved everything. But I'll be back at some point.
Awesome. And above Creed, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hi guys, my name is Lan. I am the female half of Team Logic. You can find me obviously on the Team Logic NL channel, streaming on Mondays and occasionally Sundays. I'm doing a bit of RimWorld, bit of Dragon Age. Sometimes I'm doing just chatting because chat is too fun and I'm not paying attention to my game anyway. So yeah, it was a great session today, guys, and I can't wait. Is it Friday yet?
It
Wait,
technically
no,
is
I don't
Friday.
think we're allowed to say that, Ami. Is that copyright? Is it Friday yet? No. Friday it is? Question mark? That'll be ours. Okay. No, yeah, brilliant. Thank you. I am the Onion Soup. You can find me on the Twitch and things and doing the stuffs. I play Kingdom Hearts on stream at the minute and do Pokemon stuff, so come check us out over there. And I talk D&D all the time. So yeah, if you want to speak more D&D, come chill out over there. It's so cool. It's awesome. I love D&D. I want to play every day, but I can't because I've got to work. But yeah, other than that, all of us here, thank you for being here. You guys on YouTube, thank you very much. Go check out the socials, as has already been said. The YouTubes, the Twitters, the Instagrams, all that jazz. Go check it all out. And we'll be back next week with the continuation of this, and hopefully
Combat.
maybe finding an orb.
Womp womp.
Maybe we'll see. But yeah, guys, take care.
What a
Much love,
tease.
and we will. Oh, we're raiding out, aren't we? We raid out now. That's the thing that we do, right?
Well,
we're looking,
we are
uh,
actually checking for someone.
You're having a look now. Let's have a look.
Yeah, as we speak, we are doing some
Okay.
inquiries.
Obviously, if anyone in chat has any recommendations for some D&D streams, please do let us know.
Preferably.
I will also take a look. Let's see if anyone's on. Do I have anyone on that I
Well,
follow?
I think the
The
question
one you
is
just
anybody
said,
on
Tim.
is redundant, I guess.
I mean, Critical Role's on as well, but
That's a rerun.
Sparable, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, go
We
for it.
we haven't raided them before.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We can raid into
Sounds
them.
good.
That'll be
So
nice.
guys, there's a raid message in the chat. Copy paste it and let's spam it into their chat. Let's share the love for D&D.
Yes. Also, don't forget, if you want to be part of the community, join the Discord, because that's where we'll be
Discord.
talking there and we add stuff in there all the time. So do join us on Discord as well. If
There you
new.
go.
Awesome.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Are we ready to raid?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are we
Start
ready,
your
kids?
In
I
3.
can't hear you.
Put your bets in.
Well, you do the honors, Matt.
29, 28. No,
No,
1,
you-
2, 3, go, go,
you-
go, go.
Nine.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.